Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Masiyat Stadium here in Qatar. Day 6, match number 6. Arabian Knights taking on Chargers. We've been having double headers at this venue for the last 5 days, and it's going to be no different tonight as well. We're pretty much reaching the business end of the competitions, and in this particular Super 16 knockout event, the team that loses will have to bow out of the tournament as well. So what does the surface look like? It has played true for the last 5 days. Will it continue to be a run fest, or will it have something for the bowlers as well? Shelza by the 22 yards for the pitch report.
Good evening and welcome to Masiyat Cricket Ground, Qatar. Day number 6 of QCA Ramzan Cup 2023. The match is just going to begin between Arabian Knights and Chargers CC. Let's have a look at the pitch. It looks pretty dry today as well. A bit wet on the right side of the batter, and it's going to create a lot of seam movements for the pace bowler. As we know, the last 6 days it created a lot of runs when the team batted first, and today, as expect, the team captain who wins the toss to bat first, and we can see a lot of runs to be floored in the first 20 overs. We'll be back with the toss after some time.
Right, we've seen how the surface behaves in recent times. It's got something in it for everybody, be it a pacer, be it a spinner. For a batter as well, there are runs on the surface. You just need to play yourself in and show some patience and application. And that's why the toss becomes an all-important one. Most captains have chosen to bat first, while some believe the dew factor may come in, and that's why they decide to field first. It is a tricky situation, keeping in mind the dew plays a very, very big part as well in this part of the world. We saw it last night as well. Both these teams playing their first game in the encounter, and for one team it will be their last as well. That's because it's a knockout event. So all eyes will be on the captains. Well, Raza standing alongside them for the all-important toss.
Hello and good evening everyone. We are all in readiness for the toss here, and we've got the match referee alongside the two captains, match referee Mr. Prasanna and the two captains Mr. Samir and Mr. Suhail, who's got the coin. Mr. Suhail is going to flip the coin. Mr. Samir is going to call. Heads is the call.
Head it is.
And it's come down as heads. Mr. Samir, you won the toss. What have you decided to do?
We have decided to bowl first.
Any particular reasons for that decision?
We believe in our bowling strength, so we would like to restrict them to a small total. So let's see how it goes, inshallah.
Apart from the first 2 games where the team batting second won the match, most of the matches have been won by the sides batting first. Have you considered that factor?
Yeah, we did consider the factor, but coming along to our match and our strength, so we decided to go with our strength. So that was the only reason we decided to bowl first.
Okay, so impact player rule in the IPL.
Yeah.
We don't quite have an impact player in QPL at the moment, not as a rule. But who's the ex-player? Who's that man to look out for tonight?
Well, we have a couple of guys who can actually create an impact, but they're not able to get a chance in playing 11 because we have the other guys who have taken the place already. So hopefully, let's see if it comes along. If Chris brings it along in the next season, it'll be really good to have.
All right, thank you very much for your time, Samir, and go well.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Can I please invite Mr. Suhail to come across and have a word with us? Mr. Suhail.
Thank you.
Mr. Suhail lost the toss. Does that make a difference?
No, actually it's been a favour by the opposite captain, because I would have definitely wanted to bat if I had won the toss.
Any particular reasons for that?
Yeah, I mean, in a T20 match, always the team batting first, if they get a good score on the board, it always puts an extra pressure on the opposite team. And the playing conditions are, I mean, both the teams probably don't know the playing conditions yet, because this is the first time we are playing in on this ground. So probably we'll have that hidden factor which none of us knows.
Right. So have you thought about the dew factor later on in the innings? Do you think that's going to play a part later?
Well, the match which I watched, I didn't see the players or the bowlers wiping the ball too much. So I don't think that will have any effect yet in the early hours of the match.
Right. Thank you very much, Suhail. Go well. And any last messages for your fans watching on TV or your players?
Wish us best of luck and let the best team win.
All the very best.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have from the toss here. The Chargers have won the toss and they're going to have a ball first.
It's always that kind of situation where the captain is weighing his options, keeping in mind the dew factor. They want to believe they can chase down this total Chargers. That's why they decided to bowl first in this all-important encounter. We'll be coming to you live in a short while from now. It's day 6, match number 6. It's Arabian Knights taking on Chargers. Chargers winning the toss and electing to bowl first. We'll come back to you in a moment.
Good evening and welcome everyone once again to Mazad Cricket Ground, Qatar. Day number 6 of QCA Ramzan Cup 2023. A match is going to begin between Arabian Nights with Charges CC. Two umpires are ready at the ground and the fielders. It's all set to go for the first ball. A crucial match. Two big sides, Arabian Nights and Charges CC. Face to face, Sameer to start the bowling and two opening batters. Out there in the middle, we are live here from Mazad Cricket Ground, Qatar. Day number 6 of QCA Ramzan Cup 2023. Let's have a look at the batting card in a while. To start the bowling for Arabian, I beg your pardon, for Charges. It's Sameer to start the proceedings. And two opening batters for Arabian Nights, Suhail and Umar Hassan. 20 overs match. Once again, it's a beautiful weather in Mazad Cricket Ground, Qatar. As getting into the first ball of 20 overs match. Here we go. Sameer to Suhail. Straight away, little bit of width, good fielding there at the edge of the circle. And the off the mark in style, Suhail. Sameer to continue the first over in progress. Out there, Afstam had to reach for it. Backward point, they sneaked a single. A very quick single has taken. Suhail and Umar Hassan. Alongside with me, my co-commentator. Good evening, Mr. Riaz, and welcome to Combox.
Good evening, Mr. So,
the match has just started till while ago. We had the toss and the captain who won the toss elected to bat first as well. As we have seen the last few days in this tournament, has selected to bat first, and they had plenty of runs. They scored in excess of 150. As pushed towards the square leg, I'll sneak a single. So singles are coming from the first two deliveries. Umar Hassan and Suhail, two opening batters of Arabian Nights, are up against Charges CC. A bit of misfield there. It's going to travel. It's not a quick outfield. The outfield is being very slow. Now they're going to sneak another single. Very good running between the wickets. The first over started by Sameer. And this is Ramzan Cup QC Ramzan Cup 2023 being brought to you by Qatar Cricket Association. Once again, welcome Riaz onto the Combox.
thank you, Shazar Raza. The pitch looks very different today because we have seen all the 5 games which is played. The batting team has won the toss and has always elected to bat first. But today we have seen something different, and the toss has won and they have told to ball first. The good piece of bowling and straight into the hands of the fielder. Chances of a run out, but no, says the umpire.
Yes, as just to make a part in just correcting my statement, the captain had won the toss, elected to field first. That's what we have seen the last 6 days of this tournament. Most of the captains, after winning the toss, they elected to bat first, especially the first innings, created a lot of runs. Arabian Nights, let's have a look at this batting lineup. Suhail, Umar, Adil, Saeed, Umar, Fida Hussain, Irfan, Nurullah, Mirza Imran, Wasim Khaje and Nauman Ayaz. Pretty balanced team of Arabian Nights. They're up against
Charges CC.
Charges CC. This is a knockout tournament. We had the last 5 days terrific cricket tournament. There had lots of runs in the first 20 overs. The first innings scores more than 150 to 160. The highest team total was 191.
Oh, that's a great. But these Arabian Knights have to bat really very hard to make sure that they have to reach up to the mark. So second over in progress. There's a good shot to the leg side. They're running the first run really very hard, going for the second run, and they complete it comfortably. So good piece of batting pitch. We can see there the runs are coming out really very good. So second over in progress. They're right now at 9 without losing any wicket. So what do you think, Shazar Raza? What should be the bowling plan for Chargers CC so that they can make sure that the scores should not move fast?
Well, let's come after this ball. Whipping into the right-hand batter. It's a good bowling. Asenka into the attack for the second over for Chargers CC. After seeing the first few matches, the pass score in this ground is around 150. Anything more than 150, it was a very difficult task for the opposition team to come out and chase it down. And also I welcome Mr. Raza onto the comm box. A very good evening, Mr. Raza. Good to see you.
Good evening, Shilzar. It's a beautiful night for cricket here, and it's a pleasure joining you in the comm box. Thank you very much, Shilzar. It's a pleasure to be out here, and it's a beautiful evening for cricket. Thank you very much for having me, and it's a pleasure to be alongside with you.
Superb. A beautiful evening again. What we had seen the last today's being the day number 6 of Ramzan Cup 2023 here in Mizal Cricket Ground. The first 3 days was a totally different weather, and after that the weather kind of started favoring all the players. Were freezing out in the first couple of days, to be very precise. Asnaka just having a leg side. It's going to be a call, a wide. Waiting for the umpire's call. Yes, it is a wide or a dot ball.
Yeah, Shazar, weather is one thing that I can't really complain about today, particularly being in Qatar. You can't really ask for better weather, to be honest.
Absolutely. As I was here the last Ramzan as well. It was very hot, but just for a change, this Ramzan started off really well. It was super fantastic weather, what you're all enjoying. Fuller length, a bit of misfield at the edge of the circle. He'll sneak a single again. So it's a good start for the team. Arabian Nights. They are up against Chargers CC. It's a knockout game if they win. And I must tell you, there were 64 teams who were registered in this tournament. And we have the best 16 teams who are playing in this beautiful ground in Mizait. Oh, knocked him out. What a good piece of delivery. He was doing all the hard work to play that ball. In the previous one, played carefully, but on this occasion, Asanka is too good with the right on the block hole. Knocked him over, and it's a wicket. The first wicket goes for Arabian Nights.
Yes, as we look at the replay there, let's have a look at what happened. He was all over the place there, lost his balance, lost his head mainly, and that was the reason why he played all around it, and stumps rattled. Sohail has to go back.
Absolutely, it's a breakthrough from the very second over. There's one ball to complete this one. Asanka charging in and created a lot of pressure. Sohail had to depart on this occasion without much contribution. He is one of the top order batter in the side of Arabian Nights, not able to perform in a special occasion. It's a knockout game, as I mentioned. We already have few teams into the quarterfinals.
And she's all talking about the 64 teams. I happen to be part of one of those teams. So I do miss being part of the action, but it's not too bad being in the comebacks either.
Absolutely, and we have enjoyed for the last 2 days being the 6th day, last 5 days being the combox, and we could have a chat with these guys in between whenever we get a break. A lot of familiar faces, people, and a lot of players who are playing in this tournament. I've seen them many times drifting towards the right side, and he will sneak a single again to that square leg region.
Oh. Yeah, that was nicely clipped away by Wasim. He gets off the mark with that couple. He was slightly drifting into his pads, and he rolled his wrists nicely over it for a couple. As we look at the Charger CC lineup, captained by Samir, of course, and we've got some really good players in their lineup. We've got Srinath Mohandas, Faisal Sheikh, Shafiq Hussain on his day can be really lethal both with the bat and the ball. Power-packed lineup.
Absolutely, Chargers he's has got few front lane batters. They can be dangerous up front. Antesh Said, Gulzaib, Shafiq Hussain, Rajiv, Rahul, Archana, Sanka ball really well. Said, D'Souza, Faisal Sheikh, Samir and Srinath Mohandas. Pretty balanced team. Been playing plenty of tournaments in Qatar. Seen them many occasions. Different grounds are all together in one team, Chargers CC. So it's all happening here in Mizad Cricket Ground, live action. We are at the commentary box alongside with me, Mr. Raza.
Yeah, another couple of runs there by Umair. He's gotten off to a decent start, 10 of 9. So once you get into those double figures, it's all about prodding along and making sure you build those partnerships, get those singles, get those doubles, and keep the keep the scoreboard ticking.
Absolutely. Having a look at the pass score in this ground, 150, which is precisely the pass score. Anything more than 150 was a very difficult task for the team batting second to chase down another one. Good piece of delivery right there on the money. Good line and length and smart cricket. It just pushed towards the back foot point and taking an important single. It's not only about slogging and going for the big shots, even the singles and doubles were it made a lot of difference in the last games to get into those decent score of 150 to 160. And once they get to that score, it was never easy for the batting team to come and chase it down.
I think it's absolutely imperative as we look at that shot. It's gone high up in the night sky. Will somebody get underneath it? We'll have to wait and watch. It's gone right over the boundary rope for a sick, magnificent strike there by Wasim.
Absolutely, that was picked up very nicely. Look at that. It was swinging into the right-hand batter and using the pace of the ball and depositing outside that deep mid-wicket region for a superb six. At the first six of the evening for Wasim. 8 from just 2 deliveries. Moving on is run rate of 9.6 already. 24 for 1. We are in the third over.
Tell you what, we can talk about taking singles and doubles, but once you can hit the ball as well as Wasim can, you probably as well go after the bowling. Samir, he has the ability to swing the ball both ways. He's a smart customer, as we saw on that occasion. Held the length back and forcing Wasim to get onto that back foot, but he sneaked another single. So it's been a decent over so far for Arabian Nights. 6-7-1-2. This over looks like a telephone number.
It's 2-1-6-1. As you rightly mentioned, a couple of deliveries left in this. Up in the air. Has he got enough bat on this? Has beaten the man over there. Is going to take a couple of more runs. Is he going to go for the third one? I reckon it's just 2.
I think it's good positive intent being shown by the Arabian Nights batters. They've come out there and they're giving a strong message to the opposition. They're not going to be bogged down. They're going to play their shots, and that's the right way to go about it.
Absolutely. They need to find those ones and twos, and you can definitely wait for that bad balls to punish. Here we go again. Right on the money. Good line and length. Beaten completely. Samir is doing a good job after conceding that 6. It's a good comeback. 1, 2, and a dot ball to complete this over after 3 overs. Arabian Nights 27 for 1. Moving on to the 4th over. Another bit back into the right hand batter. The run rate at this moment, Asanka, his name is, looks like a Sri Lankan fast bowler. Asanka has got a very, very important wicket up front. He's created pressure to the batting team. He is going to bowl the next 5 deliveries. Got to be watchful.
The moment you hear somebody's from Sri Lanka, they have lots and lots of talent. And this time again, drifting down the leg side, it's going to be a wide. He's lacked a bit of control, Asanka, in this over. And even in the first one, he seemed to have drifted a couple of balls down the leg side. So he needs to probably adjust his length a little bit.
Now Wasim joined there in the middle. Is one down batter, Omar Hassan, 13 from 12. Is doing pretty good at this moment. Run a ball. Another very good delivery. Look at that. It's swinging into the right hand batter. Asanka is doing a fantastic job. Just conceded 11 runs and taken a very important wicket in the very first over ball.
It'd be interesting to see what Wasim's approach would be against Asanka, because he's swinging the ball right back into the batter, and Wasim, the last over we saw, favours that mid-wicket region. Would he probably have a swing on this delivery? I bet he would.
A fuller length on this occasion, just trying to sneak a single. There will be protection. He had to come all the way from the long on. And completed 2 more runs. Good running between the wickets, and Asanka is not that very happy.
He wasn't really pleased with the effort of the fielder on that occasion, and quite rightly so. There was never a 2 on there. Maybe the fielder could have anticipated early and taken an early start. Once you take an early start, it always helps, always does.
Absolutely. Moving on. 3 deliveries left in this over. Another one. Very good line in length. He's using the surface as we've seen the last matches. As you can see, the pitch report as pitch is not only going to help the seam bowlers, it does help even the spinners. The spinners can actually create a lot of bounce in this pitch.
Yeah, I think the main thing here that we've seen during the last couple of days is the bounce has been consistent, and the batters have been able to play through the line.
Just drifting towards his pads, and is going to take a single. Now this time he said no to his partner Wasim. 12 from 6, and Umar Hassan 14 from 13. I think Wasim has done well after coming as an on-down batter. Just 7 deliveries and has already moved to 13. 1 ball to go, 33 for already in the 4th over.
Yeah, he seems to have a sensible head, does Wasim. Hit that 6, but didn't really go all out berserk after that. We'll come back to that.
Another one drifting towards the right-hand batter. He said no, it's a dot ball to complete this over. After 4 overs, Arabian Nights 33 for 1.
As we look at the bowling card here, 2 bowlers used, Samir and Asanka. Samir's been slightly on the expensive side. Asanka picking up that wicket. As we see a bowling change, Rajiv Achari has been introduced into the attack. Looks like he's going to bowl seam up.
A new ball has been introduced into the attack, Rajiv. And the charges CC. definitely have a plan in their strategy to restrict the opposition, not something less than 140 to 130, and they would believe that they have a chance to win the match. If the opposition team moves more than 150, that's what we have seen the last matches. It's going to be very tough to chase on, as I mentioned. Here we go. Rajiv, right arm over the wicket. Straight away created movements. Look at that outswing. It's beautiful to see a seam bowler. It's not a quick bowler. It's a medium pacer. Still is able to move the ball. It's a predominant outswinger bowler.
He does remind me a little bit about Darren Gough, a certain English seamer who used to play back in the late 90s. Used to be much quicker though, but no complaints in terms of swing. He's swinging it just as well.
It could have been a very, very important and a good catch. It was in the air for some time. He wanted to take that grab, but just not able to beat that man. Fazil was a fielder. I reckon it was a nick to his hand, and he dropped a very tough catch.
I think he played away from his body on that occasion. Couldn't quite control the ball, not keeping it to the ground. And on that occasion, drifting down leg side, there is protection down on fine leg, so it'll only be a single.
It's a good bowling change by the captain, as introducing Rajiv. It looks like he's going to mix it up his deliveries. Outswinger, in-swinger. Looks like a clever bowler. He can really upset the opposition batters. Wasim and Umar needs to be careful when he goes to play the rest of the deliveries in this over. Now look at that. It is a straight one. Not much of spin. And well played as.
I think that was a nice looking shot. Kept his balance again. Wasim looks to be somebody who's out there with a plan, and seems to have a decent technique as well to play on turf. Playing it late, playing it right under his eyes. That's what you need to do as a batter.
Absolutely. It's all happening in Mizaz Cricket Ground. We are in the day number 6 of Ramzan Cup 2023, organized by QCA. Look at this one. It has to be a wide. Umpire call it. It's very far outside the off stump. Rajiv has bowled really well, and on this occasion slightly missing on his line, and it's a first wide for him this evening.
Yeah, that time losing the control over that delivery way wide down the offside. Couldn't quite control the swing. And over adjusting on that occasion down leg side, so they couldn't quite get the rhythm right here. Chargers bowlers, including Rajiv. This is his first overall ride, but it seemed like he probably would have needed a bit more warm up before getting into this over.
The idea is to mix it up his deliveries into swings both sides, leg side and offside. Now drifting again, straight to the man there. Good fielding. It's a dot ball. In spite of conceding those 2 wides, it's not a bad over though. Just 1 ball to complete.
I think it's a little bit ambitious unless you are a Waqar Yunus or a Jasprit Bumrah. In terms of variations, you've got to be aware of your strengths and your limitations. On that occasion, swing and a miss. But yeah, I mean, somebody playing at this level, it would be a much better idea to be aware of your strengths and limitations, as I said.
So after 5 overs, Arabian Nights has managed to get only 37 runs, 1 ball, 1 more over to complete the power play. They would be definitely targeting another 10 to 15 runs, at least close to that 45 to 50 run. They would be very happy.
Yeah, a couple of big towers in that innings so far. Apart from that, it's been normal proceedings, but they won't be disappointed with this start, not by any stretch of the imagination. Arabian Nights, they've gotten off to 37. They've only lost 1 wicket. It's a strong platform to build on, as we see Shafiq, who's been introduced into the attack. He's got a bit of gas, and he can make that ball talk when in full flow, so we'll have to see how he fares.
Well, Wasim and Umar trying to build a partnership here. Shafiq charging in his first ball, good line and length, and is sneaking a single on this occasion.
Hails from Pakistan. He's a utility cricketer. Is Shafiq is more than a handy batter and an express fast bowler. I think that first delivery was relatively delivered at a lower pace, but you'll probably see him pick up that pace as this over goes along.
On this occasion, Sampa took his own time and slightly above that wide line. It's a wide, as you rightly mentioned. I could see a lot of pace bowlers from Pakistan made an impact up front in the power play, as I have seen the previous matches as well. The Pakistani quick bowlers, it's always dangerous.
I think it's a legacy that players from Pakistan build on. The likes of the Waqars and the Shoaibs and the Wazims, they all grow up watching these cricketers, and a lot of these people from Pakistan hail from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, and they belong to Pashtun tribes, very strong in the arm, genetically fit for this kind of cricket.
Yes, very strong guys, aren't they? They are very, very strong. As you rightly mentioned, those few names, they are the true legends. We all been watching them since our childhood. Up in the air, I don't think he has got enough bat on this. Fielders underneath it are making no mistake. What a good shot. What a good catch it was under the lights. Never easy. Kept the eye on the ball. It's a very, very interesting catch. It's well taken.
Yeah, I think on that occasion, as we look at the replay, we'll see that he went across the line. That ball was outside the off stump. He was trying to pull it towards the onside. Very, very ambitious indeed. Getting a leading edge and a simple catch taken.
It's a much needed breakthrough. This partnership is just trying to build, and the fielding captain is creating that breakthrough, bringing Shafiq into the attack. As you said, it's tried to pull the shot, it crossed the line, and just getting a leading edge and given away his wicket. A new batter will come into the middle. They are struggling 39 for 2. We're just in the last over the power play. Just 3 more deliveries left. Still only 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. It's a good start for the fielding team. They managed to get 2 important wickets. On that process, Mirza walks in.
I think Wasim, just as we were praising him, has played a cross-batted stroke to a ball that was pitched way outside the off stump, trying to pull it towards the onside. One good thing, though, about that dismissal for him would be that he can go back to the drawing board, watch it on TV, and then hopefully don't repeat that mistake again next time.
Well, he played across the line. He was trying to pull the ball. It was bouncing. He has seen that Shafiq had created a lot of bounce in the surface. It was not a good idea. As you rightly mentioned, he needs to go and check the replay, and he can learn for the next match when he comes in. If they get to the next stage, Arabian Nights, they're going to have a good night or a bad night. We'll have to wait and see.
Well, it's a good night for the last batsman, that's for sure. A lot of credit, we'll come back to that. A lot of credit needs to be given to QCA for organising this and televising it, for these players who are growing up, who are ambitious cricketers, they can watch themselves on TV, learn from their mistakes, enjoy the experience of playing in pressure situations. So absolutely fantastic. I think this is all absolutely unprecedented and an event that people have really been looking forward to.
I played that. He left the ball outside the off stump. The first one he played Mirza, and on this occasion getting an edge and off the mark.
There was smart cricket by Shafiq. Most of his deliveries in this over were short, but on that last occasion he went full, and he did take the batsman by surprise. He was lucky to get that outside edge.
Last ball of the power play. They are in 40. Drifting towards the right-hand batter. Is going to go for a single. I don't think so. So that's the end of the power play. After 6 overs, Arabian Nights just managed to get 40 runs. I still reckon 10 runs short maybe in the allotted 6 overs in the power play.
I think they would have been much happier if they had gotten to about 50, 55. But having said that, the bowler is going to get older now, and they've only lost 2 wickets. So they'll have an opportunity to go all guns blazing in the later half of this innings as we look at the Arabian Nights scorecard.
The one reason probably the captain who won the toss elected to field first. should be because of the dew factor. There's going to be a lot of dew in the second innings. It's going to help the bowling team when they come out to bat. As you could see last night, it was the surface, even the ground field was wet. And we could see when the ball was pitching in this ground, it created spring. It's that wet it was, and it's going to be the same weather. The weather looks almost same as we have seen last night in Mazar Cricket Ground.
Absolutely, I think dew would play a big part later on. If it comes on, the ball is going to get wet and the seam's going to get wet, so it will not be easy for the bowlers to grip the ball then. As we see Umair Hassan and Mirza Imran, they're stitching together this partnership. 6th, 7th over in progress. We've already had the end to the power play. Rajiv into his second over. On that occasion, he's gone back, he's cut that into half, hasn't he? He's brought out his scissors and a beautiful looking shot, but it's only going to be 2 because the outfield is slightly on the slower side.
Well, that's what happens in this ground. Best of your shots doesn't get that much reward as you expect. It's a very slow outfield. If you want to cover the distance and get into the rope, you need to play very strong. You have to have a best shot in your book with a lot of power, and a lot of bottom hand has to come into the picture. Otherwise, you need to really time it above the long or a mid wicket. The wind is not at all helping the batters. Absolutely no wind this evening in this ground.
And that's why it's so important you keep the scorecard ticking with those 1s and 2s. If you can't really exert a lot of force and bring out the muscle into play, you've got to make sure that you keep ticking the strike along. And as we see a pattern developing here with Rajiv, he's bowled a few down the leg side and then a few outside the off stump, which haven't been really on the mark. So we can clearly see that he's struggling with his rhythm here.
Yeah, absolutely. He'll have to come back strongly.
On that occasion, that's a better line. You know, that's the area of uncertainty. Good length and good line outside the off stump. The batter can't really go fully back or commit fully forward. It's the kind of line which the batters find the most annoying. That's where he needs to be more often. He needs to have more consistency more than anything else, to be honest. He seems to have that natural swinging delivery that goes outside, that swings away outside the right-hander's off stump. As again we see that hint of swing, but again losing control, not quite finding the mark, not quite finding his line.
That's what we have seen in the last over. Rajiv has tried to mix it up his deliveries. On that process, he conceded few wides. I need to be very careful with his line and length. It's a knockout game. Can't afford to concede. So up in the air.
And this time it's gone high up in the air. Is there a fielder getting underneath it? And yes, it's been gleefully accepted. Another scalp here. Another wicket goes down. Chargers are making a comeback into this game. They've gotten 3 wickets all of a sudden, and the Arabian Knights are in a bit of spot of bother now with 45 for 2.
It isn't quite unnecessary shot at this point of time. You just had to stick it around, play towards that long on, long off, and try to get those singles and double. Instead of that, to try to go for a pull. Again, a batter is getting out, try to play across the line. I reckon he should be very disappointed when he goes back and look at what happened.
I think you don't mind as a batter getting out, playing straight down the ground with a vertical bat, you know. You've given yourself the best chance of scoring runs, but once you get out playing across the line like that, you shouldn't really be happy, not as a player, not as a captain either. You'd probably get a bit of an earful when he goes back to the dugout.
Sohail would be very happy about the proceedings, how the things are going for Chargers. They're really charging in. The captain of Chargers CC. Make a pardon, Samir, the skipper, has brought the right bowling changes he made. Rajiv has taken a wicket here. He conceded just 9 from 1.4, couple of deliveries left in this over. He's tried to mix it up, it's rewarded with that wicket.
Naman's the new batter in as he tries to clip it away for a single, straight to the fielder on that occasion. But yeah, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. This over, 2 wides, a couple, and then a wicket as well. As we look at the scorecard, 45 for 3, 7th over in progress. Naman is a new batter in, so there will be a bit of pressure on him. And once again, the umpire probably thinking about giving that a wide, but decides against it. It was very close, mind you.
Absolutely, it was very close indeed. 7 overs, 45. What do you reckon from this stage? Are they going to get at least 130 to 40? All depends on this partnership. Nauman just walked into the middle. Mirza has been there, just played 3 balls. So it looks as 2 fresh legs. They have to make a good partnership here. Let's have a look at the bowling card. Samir Sheikh started 2 overs, 19, bit expensive. Asanka was too good with those variations, has taken a wicket, 14 runs conceded from his second 2 overs. Rajiv, 2 overs, 9, pick of the bowler. And Shafiq has, well, as you rightly mentioned, Pakistan pace bowler has put a lot of pressure to the batting team. Just 3 economic rate has taken a wicket. So altogether, it's a fantastic bowling performance so far from Charges CC. They've got 3 wickets in their hand.
I think Samir would be quite happy with the proceedings, the way they've gone about their business. He's somebody who prefers chasing. He believes in chasing as a captain. Even before the game I was speaking to him, and he believes in precision and calculative mindset. And he is a big believer that he needs to chase down most of the games.
Today is being a Super Thursday. We had double header here in Missile Cricket Ground. I was a bit surprised, but
there was a quick single there, and it could have been close, could have been curtains really for the batter, but in the end just making it to the non-striker's end. He was a little bit hesitant, as he played that ball. They say either you say yes or no immediately. He didn't really do that, so in a bit of a spot of bother, but eventually making it through.
yeah, I was just going to say that I was a bit surprised when the captain said I'm going to bowl first, but now as his decision, as definitely would be very happy about the decisions, has taken those wickets.
On that occasion, down leg side, clipped it away. Naman, he'll get a single here, and he needs to do that. He needs to continue doing that, Naman, on a regular basis. Shafiq is not going to bowl a lot of freebies to you. It seems that he is under a bit of pressure, and Arabian Nights in general are under the pump, that's for sure.
Well, how about Mirza? It looks very solid. He is one of the very experienced campaigner in this side, Mirza Imran.
Yeah, he needs to bring his experience into play tonight. He's the experienced head along with Naman, and you can tell from the whole demeanour how Mirza seems to be the more calmer of the 2 partners out there.
Absolutely, these players are regular players in the white ball, playing plenty of tournaments. This is one of the greatest initiative by QCA, this Ramzan Cup 2023.
On that occasion was too close to cut. The ball nipping back into the batter, and it was a bit ambitious from Mirza Imran trying to cut that ball.
It's not a bad over. Again, Shafiq has created a lot of pressure up front when he started off this over. Started off with a dot, couple of singles, a wide has been conceded, and Mirza needs to be.
Oh, that's excellent bowling there from Shafiq, enticing the batter into that drive. The last delivery was an in-swinger. The next one pitched up and swinging away, leaving the batter at the very last second. Excellent bowling. This is a smart piece of cricket by Shafiq here.
It's turning out to be a very, very interesting over. Just considered 3 runs. Last ball of this over by Shafiq.
On that occasion, the ball didn't really seam or swing, but again maintaining that good line of length, not giving away a lot of width to the batters, and that line is around about that off stump as this over comes to an end, and the Arabian Nights are 49 for 3. It's been a bit of a zigzag of a worm, that one. Started off steadily, then lost a wicket, and then there was a little partnership in that middle phase before they lost 2 quick wickets in succession.
It's all about bringing the momentum back to the batting team. What they need to do is they need to stay around for at least 3 to 4 hours. These 2 batters in the middle, Nauman is 1 from 3, and it looks like Mirza is going to play an anchor innings. The most experienced campaigner, as I mentioned, in this side. It's not going to be easy. Asanka has done well. 1 wicket, 2 overs, 14 runs. Is going to charge in with his best deliveries. He's very quick, and Mirza needs to be careful when he's nipping back into the right-hand batter. These deliveries is going to definitely trouble him. Let's go. Next 6 deliveries from Asanka. It's going to be crucial for the batting team.
I'm really surprised he hasn't got a helmet on for the kind of pace that Asanka has offered tonight. But he's been bowling full. Maybe that's the reason why he hasn't got a helmet on. But once again, nice and full. Well, it was full all right, but I got the feeling he was in the slot. Mirza could have really gone full Monty at that one. So it's really important, although you're trying to preserve wickets and you're trying to build and stitch a partnership together, when you get a bad delivery like that, put it away.
Just got a feeling that it's a fuller length. He could have just placed it straight.
On that occasion, it was a good delivery, swinging back in. It wasn't late swing, he would have seen that. But the Chargers captain would be quite happy with these dot balls, Yes, they've lost 3 wickets here, but you can't really afford to sit back. You've got to dictate terms to the opposition, and in modern day cricket, people believe in dictating terms and playing aggressive cricket.
I need to change the strategy here. Yes, he looks pretty cool out there in the middle without helmet. Facing a pace bowler.
Down the leg side, and he'll have to reload that one. He's faced 3 deliveries. 10 deliveries, I beg your pardon, and he's only batting on 4, so he certainly had enough time getting his eye in. You can't really complain about that. So now it's probably time that he has a go at the bowlers. Once again, this time better in 10, plays it straight down the ground, but it'll only be a single better than a dot ball still.
Just had the feeling that this is going to be a low scoring game, having seen the last 3 overs. The team 50 to 51 for 3 after 8.3. It's a very slow start. It's not an aggressive. The intent was there, but just not able to execute the plans.
All right up in the block hole on this occasion, and till today there's not much you can do about that as a batter unless you are willing to play a scoop shot or play an unorthodox shot. But the last 2 deliveries we've seen the Arabian Night batters showing better intent, trying to go after the bowling.
They have to change the gear now. It's already the 9th over, and after that, the second half of this innings.
Once again, that's pretty looking defense on the back foot and offering the straight bat, but it's not going to help the scorers.
12 deliveries, 5 in the 20 overs match. As we understand, it lost 3 wickets, but as I mentioned, Mirza is going to be key here. He is going to play an anchor innings. He needs to be there at least for the next 5 overs. Probably they can reach up to the 100 marks, and the last 5, the lower order batters can come and try to play a few shots, get into at least 130 to 140.
Yeah, I think he's got to play for his team, really. He got to be more mindful of the number of deliveries he's faced. He's going at a strike rate of 50 right now, and they've still got 7 wickets in hand.
After 9 overs, Arabian Knights have just managed to get 52 runs and they lost 3 wickets.
As we look at the match summary, Arabian Knights been put into the bat tonight, going at 5.78 runs to the over, are struggling at 52 for 3. Omar Hassan showed a bit of resistance early on, scored 18 of 20, but not much has come ever since then. Chargers, on the other hand, have bowled really well. Pick of the bowlers there, Shafiq, no surprises, and Rajiv and Asanka contributing as the rightful partners.
Well, it's a bowling partnership, I reckon, at this moment for Charges. Two bowlers complemented each other. Rajiv and Shafiq and Asanka, to be very precise. Have a look at them, 7-4-1, and even Rajiv has done a decent job as well. So we're talking about three bowlers doing an excellent job. Has been a fantastic bowling attack so far for Charges.
As we talk, Asanka. Was having a word with him earlier before the match, and he was just wondering whether he needs to flight it up tonight or bowl it fast and flat. We're just about to find that out. Ehtisham, he's a key bowler for Chargers, picks up regular wickets. He's the man with the golden arm. Let's see if he can find a breakthrough. On that occasion it was a fullish delivery and quite flat and fast, so that's probably going to be the mode for him tonight.
Ahtisham into the attack, run rate is 5.67. It's not a great start for Arabian Nights. Just got 52 runs after 9.2 overs. Captain would be really happy about the proceedings from Chargers, Samir Sheikh, after winning the toss, elected to bowl first.
Yes, nice bowling, good variation once again. You can tell these Chargers bowlers are seasoned campaigners. They regularly practice and they have quite a lot of variety under their belt. On that occasion, though, it was not as good a delivery. He still picks up a wicket with that. It was almost a full toss, playing all around it, across the line, losing his balance, and timber it is.
It was a flight to delivery. What he has done, it would be really disappointing if you look at the replay. He could have just placed this towards that long off region. Instead of that, he went for that sweep. It was never a great idea to go for a sweep shot for a flight to delivery. If you're a batter, you yourself would feel that, what have you done, buddy, for a flight to delivery? How can you go for a sweep shot?
Yeah, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that ball flighted above his eye line, and that was probably the reason why he saw an opportunity for some run scoring. But obviously late with his timing. I think the intent wasn't wrong there, but he could have probably used his feet better and timed it better.
Absolutely. Always the bowlers at international level who bowls at flight to delivery is always a risk. Talking about Chahal, is one of the bowlers is always very good with the flight to deliveries. Really upset all the world-class batters. He's enjoying there in Rajasthan Royals now in IPL, and every time he comes in, he is a wicket-taker bowler.
I think it's always a pleasure watching leg spinners in action, wicket-taking bowlers, aggressive, and they've been quite mercurial over the years, ever since the introduction of leg spin. They can be expensive at times, but they would always pick your wickets.
Have a look at this one. Dot, 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 wicket and dot. It's going to be a very interesting finish to this. Can he get into the maiden wicket at the Sham?
Yeah, that's nicely bowled there by Ehtisham once again, ending this over on a high. So a maiden over, a wicket maiden, ideal start for Ehtisham in this game, as Arabian Nights are not quite having the night of their lives here. They're reeling at 52 for 4.
Well, it's all credit goes to the spinners who have come, even Shafiq, Rajiv. Spinner just came in at the Sham. If you look at the batting card, Suhail, just 4 runs. Omar hasn't played few shots but just got out a necessary shot. Wasim were trying to make a partnership with his partner but just not able to carry on. Mirza is still there, 5 from 13. And Norman was just not able to move on. It's all had struggled. Irfan just joined there. Its credit goes to Ahtisham. It's a superb over. It's just finished with a maiden wicket. So extras 9. total 52 from 10 overs. Not enough runs on the board, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. Well, on another note, a lot of credit needs to be given to these umpires as well, who've been out there tonight, giving their 100%. A lot of these umpires from QCA have been absolutely brilliant with their judgment. A lot of decisions have been made, and we haven't seen many complaints from the players. Hats off. And in tonight's match, we've got Mr. Inam umpiring, who's a seasoned campaigner, ex-Qatari captain.
Yes, umpires done a fabulous job throughout this tournament. Not only the umpires, even the curators, the ground staff, and everybody has contributed. And it's one of the best tournaments taking out here in Misal Cricket Round. You should give hats off to Qatar Cricket Association.
I think it's so important that all of us come together in making this happen, in working together. As Rajiv continues with the proceedings, and that's a good length, sucking the batter into the drive. But yeah, and coming back to the topic of organising this Ramadan Cup 2023, it's a second edition, and it's immensely popular with the population of Qatar. People are glued to the TV, watching this in anticipation. And as we talk, there was an outside, a genuine chance there for the keeper. But the ball managed to evade him in the end, and Mirza gets a lucky break.
It's almost got a feeling that he got a little nick on his gloves, the keeper. First 3 deliveries dot, and Mirza just tried to play the shot, an expensive drive, just managed to get a net and survives. It's taken just 2 more runs for him, just 54 for 4.
On that occasion, he's had a wild swing at that one. We'll have to wait and see where that ball's gone. It's going down to the boundary rope, but it stops just behind the rope, so it won't be a boundary, but he comes back for the third. That's better. That's better for Mirza. He's had his eye in 17 balls he's faced. And that ball swinging slightly back into him, and he played it with the swing.
Especially after getting a outside, he just threw his bat. And what has done is 3 runs in that. It looks a bit frustrated out there in the middle, Mirza.
This time the ball nipping back into him, and he's quite happy to stay where he is, refusing to go through for a single as we come to the end of this over. Chargers are reeling at 57 for 4.
So again, if you look at the bowling card after winning the toss, Chargers CC, Captain Samir Sheikh had no hesitation to call, I'm going to bowl first. Hence, a due factor will come to the picture in the second innings, as the captain has rightly decided to bowl first. His bowlers have done a tremendous job. Samir Sheikh, Asankar, Rajiv, Shafiq and Atisham. The pick of the bowler for me, it's definitely Atisham Saeed. A leg spinner at his best, a fly to deliveries, has done too much work for the batters to go.
Yeah, I think a wicket apiece for the bowlers which were used in tonight's game, as we see a big appeal for LBW on that occasion, is clearly drifting down leg side, as leg by signalled by umpire. Now he's an experienced umpire, so he's not going to get carried away with those appeals.
Happening here. And Misal Cricket got another flighted one.
Oh, this was a full toss once again, but he had to wait on that one, probably losing his shape a little bit, very similar to that dismissal we saw earlier, where the batsman was trying to go across the line, losing his wicket. On this occasion, though, Mirza was a little bit, Irfan, I beg your pardon, was a bit more careful in getting down on that one.
Another one ripping back to the right-hand batter, smartly done. It's 60 runs. We are on the 12th over.
Yeah, we've got 3 deliveries remaining in this over, as Atisham has been right on money tonight, picking up a wicket in his first over, a maiden as well. It's probably the first maiden of the tournament. On this occasion, he goes across the line. This could be close. It's a big appeal, and the umpire's crooked finger has gone up. The batter might not be too happy. He's looking at his stance, but I think that was plumb in front. The only question that could be asked there is whether that ball was a bit high. We'll just have a look at the replay now.
Well, looking at the replay, I reckon it's absolute plum. Look at that, swinging into the right-hand batter, went for a sweep, beaten completely, and umpire had no hesitation to raise his finger. It's another quite unnecessary shot. He knew that the ball is going to come into him. They were losing the wickets in regular interval. It's not a great shot to play at this point of time.
Yeah, I think he lost his shape there, clearly. The ball getting back to him. Mehta is not a big spinner of the ball, but he bowls at that nagging line of length just outside the off stump. He was clearly late on that occasion. A better option would have been trying to play it with a straightish bat.
Absolutely. Look at this scorecard. It's really not great. Half of the men are back in the dugout. 60 runs. It's a 20 overs match. 150 is a pass score in this ground. They need to get some miracles out here. Somebody has to play some unbelievable innings to get them to at least 60 to 70 runs in the remaining 8 overs. After this, it's going to be very, very interesting how they're going to finish this innings.
Yeah, I think weird things have happened in T20 cricket before, so there's always room for a comeback here. And I wouldn't be surprised if these last 5 batters come out there with a different approach, with a unique approach perhaps, and they can always come back into this game. Once again, a flighted delivery, and that's better. That's what's been missing tonight, I think, from the Arabian Nights batter. Playing it with a straighter bat. He's probably come out at the wrong time, has Syed Hasnain. It's too early to say, but I do get the feeling he's got a better technique for this kind of a track.
I strongly agree with you. He's played that shot. It was a treat to watch. Went through the line and picked that single off the mark in style. Syed Hasnain.
Clipped away for a single Mirza Imran, going in his own merry way. He's 11 and he's faced double the deliveries.
So welcome back, and once again it's 6345. Hunain, a very good evening and welcome to the commentary box.
Yeah.
Another very good piece of delivery again, another bowling change. Srinath into the attack, straight away producing that outswinger. Have a look at this one, in the air, one bounce to the fielder there in the pond region. Chance for a run out, asking the question. I reckon the batter has already reached the crease on time. Syed Hasnain, 1 from 3, and Mirza Imran trying to build a partnership here. Arabian Knights is struggling after losing the 5 wickets.
Yeah, you could see he was trying to hit that with a straight bat. Just try not to really go cross, which is a good thing to see from these batters, especially at this stage of the game with a 63 for 5, and another good delivery by Srinath, just tapping it away. You've got 5 wickets left, and you've got 7 overs to go, and so the best thing to do right now is just stay in your crease and trying to get to a good score, maybe 110, 120 for this stage.
Well, if they manage to get 130 to 140, it'll be very, very interesting how they come out to defend this score. Another flighted one, played really well. Has he got enough bat on those? You reckon? No, 2 fielders in that region deep mid wicket, and they managed to get only a couple of runs. It was turning out to be a very interesting over. 1 run conceded from the first ball. After that, 3 dots, and just 2 coming from the 5th one. So it's going to complete the 13th over, 65 for 5. Another flighted one. Have a look at this one. Has beaten completely. He had absolutely no clue what he was doing.
Yeah, true. I'll be honest. The batsman does seem a bit rattled right now. What he has to do is he has to play the good deliveries, just tap them around, and then wait for the bad ones, for the looseners, and then dispatch them over for 6. That's the best thing he can do right now.
It's all about the bowling. Have you look at this bowling figures? They have done extremely fabulous job, especially right. The leg spinners. Atisham was introduced into the attack. He bowled a maiden over, had taken a wicket as well. Even the pace bowlers, when they started off, Asanka was too good with those movements he created up front in the surface. Again, this pitch has helped the seamer bowlers. The captain who won the toss earlier, the captain of Charges, Samir Sheikh, had elected to bowl first. As we could see, the last few matches, captain winning the toss elected to bat first. And only could be the reason, the dew factor. A lot of dew in the second innings. They would really feel the dew factor here will make a big difference when the chase. Look at this one, the flighted one, Imran, Mirza. Asking the question, has he reached on time? And then they were too quick to reach to that dangerous end.
Yeah, more on the captain choosing to field first. That was a brave decision, to be honest, because the teams batting first have always won the games there, especially when they get to a score of 140, 150. And it was a brave decision, and it was a good decision too, considering the dew factor and the pitch for today as well. And yeah, as you can see in the score, it's 66 for 5 off 13.1 overs, and that's definitely in favor of the bowling side.
Atisham, 5-4-2. Oh, look at beautiful piece of bowling again. There's not much pace. It's all about spinning the ball into the right-hand batter. Is absolutely stunned, and look at that celebration. They are enjoying the wicket. Atisham was brought into the attack and straight away produced another wicket here in the second over.
Well, that was an absolute ripper from Atisham. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? That spun meters. The batsman had absolutely no clue what he was doing and where the ball was going.
Well, the scorecard looks very interesting for me. It's all 6s. But what the batting team would need now is 6s as well. What you can see yesterday as well, same figure.
That is true. But if they try and hit out too much, too far, they might as well just lose the rest of the 4 wickets that they do have in hand, and might up ending with the score of 80, which is just below par.
Surprising fact, and even the last evening, the first match caused only 75 to 90 runs. To be precise, it was only 78 runs caused in the first 20 overs, the first match, and the team batted well, was chased down the target. So anything which goes more than 130 to 140, it's going to be very tough in this ground. Again, it's a bowler's performance here in Mizar Cricket Ground. Ramzan Cup 2023 being organized by Qatar Cricket Association is coming to the day number 6, and tomorrow we're going to have an off day. And the second stage of this tournament will start from Saturday. Another very good piece of bowling, right on the money. Atisham, magical figure for him, 5-4-3 from 2.2. Being into the right hand batter, it's just managed to get a single, the short fine leg region. And they ran 2 for it. Good running between the wickets.
Yeah, the Sharma is just really just spinning the ball here. You can see that he's really using his wrist, using his fingers to get that extra bit of spin in the and the batsmen really are playing him off carefully, like they do a good spinner.
Oh, what is happening here? Umpire shaking his head. I reckon it's offside. It's not. He's
Yeah,
asking
pitching
for
outside off.
Pitching outside off. Make a pardon. So they are creating plenty of pressure for the batting team. A new batter just joined there, Ummad Ilahi, yes. Another one, flight to delivery, just managed to take a single on this occasion.
Yeah, another loosener, and it should have been dispatched. To be honest, if the batsman had any idea if it was a full toss, could have just come down the crease. It's going to be 69 for 6 off 14 overs.
Welcome back. Those who just tuned in with us, live cricket action from Azad Cricket Ground, Qatar. Ramzan Cup 2023, organized by QCA, progressing here between two strong teams, Arabian Nights and Challengers. Make a pardon? Chargers CC. Just correcting myself, Chargers CC have done exceptionally well. A good bowling attack. Another flight to delivery. Srinath. 3 runs conceded from his first over. They move to 70 now. We are in the 15th over. After that, there are 5 overs. The low order and the bowlers will come. The death overs, will they make it at least 40 to 40? Look at this one, right on the money. Mirza has been there for quite some time. 24 deliveries, just 14 runs for him.
Yeah, he's just playing it slow. He knows that there's not many wickets in hands and not many runs either. So if that's a nice shot. That's a straight drive, a cover drive rather. And the fielder's going to have to do some chasing. He does so, and they're going to get a double. Just need a couple more of these. If they get to a score of 110 at the end of the 20th over, it could be a good contest, because at this stage, considering these specifics, these certain circumstances, if they do get to a score of 115 plus, it could be a good contest.
Well, looks like the bowling team, look at this one, right on the money again, trying to go for the cut. Is really disappointed there. Mirza, his innings is going to be crucial. 16 for 20 is the highest run scorer in this innings. They need their big innings from this man. Played, just getting the fielder, not able to find this gap. They are struggling. Last ball of the 15th over. And after this 5 overs, it's going to be very interesting how they're going to finish this innings. Probably another 30 to 40 runs. What do you reckon from this 110?
Yeah, I hope so, definitely, for it to be a good competitive game. They just can't lose wickets. 72 for 6 off 15 overs.
Welcome back. If you look at that, 1 over cost 12 runs, the most expensive over this innings. I had to find a big 6. Mirza trying to go for big one, just managed to get a net, and asking the question again. I reckon the batter reached on time. Mirza need a good partner if somebody can come and play a few lusty blows. What they would be looking forward for a real cameo towards the end. Yes, the ballers can come and play some shots. They need somebody to play big shots, at least to get into 110, or if they manage to get 120, we'll have a very good game when the team come out to chase this down. It's not going to be easy. I must tell you, the do factor will come to the picture.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Swings and just getting another single. It's been taking all those risky singles at this moment. They don't really mind it. The run rate is just getting into 5.01.
Yeah, the fielding's been completely on point today. The fielders are just energetic and they're athletic and they're getting the ball to move around as much as possible, getting it to both ends of the pitch.
Very interesting delivery. The flighted one. Has he got enough protection? No, this is really bad. Fielding has been well. This first time they missed something. The outs, they have taken some very good catch. It's a poor fielding effort there.
Well, the commentator's curse is struck yet again. This is I was just praising how good the fielding's been today, and then this is what they've done.
Well, it's a much needed welcome boundary for the batting team. Mirza moving on. I tried to go for that shot. It was a quick delivery from Ahtasham. Managed to get only a single on this occasion. Look at this figure again. 3.3 is bowling his last over in this spell. Excellent spell. 3 balls to go. Just considered 16 runs. Take above Ahtasham. Went for it towards the mid wicket. The wrist protection. Just get a single. And brings back Mirza onto crease. Played very carefully on this occasion. He will take a single. They need to get on the ones and twos. They are not getting those big boundaries and sixes. Slowly moving to 22 from 30. Couple of deliveries left to complete an excellent spell from Ahtasham. Oh, nipping again. Umpire raising his finger. Another one. A big wicket again. He celebrates Ahtasham. 17-4. I beg your pardon, he got 4 wickets. What a figure for him to complete a spell. The last ball has taken another very interesting wicket, nipping back into the right-hand batter, and absolutely no chance.
83 for 7 of 16 overs.
So Umad had to depart on this occasion. 83 for 7. They are in big trouble. Arabian Knights are not having the Knights they expected to come out this evening and play against a well-balanced.
Well, in defense of the batsman, well, but before I do get to that point, I have to say Ahtasham has bowled just brilliantly today. He's been using the pitch to his complete advantage, and the last 4 of the wickets have been bowled and LBs, which just goes to show what a great spin bowler he is. Really reminds me of Prime Muralidharan, if you allow me. But in defense of the batsman, they've been playing on cement and turf pitches, AstroTurf pitches their whole lives, and then coming and practicing on a dirt pitch, coming in and having a go at a dirt pitch. It must be different experience for them, you know, and it's hard for them to get adjusted to these conditions.
Another very good delivery again from Srinath. So spinners are doing an excellent job in terms of restricting the opposition team. Probably less than 100 runs. I wouldn't be surprised if they balled out less than 100. Oh, look at that. Beautiful piece of collection behind the stump. Is too excited. Keeper standing very close, and Mirza has been there for some time. Just not able to get the connection. The most experienced player on the side of Arabian Knights, Mirza Imran. He has to try till end of this innings, 23 from 33. Another one, swing and a miss. Just not able to read the line and length of this bowler. It's too smart. Srinath mixing it up very smartly. 3 deliveries, the death over. Beautiful. Another beautiful. He knew what exactly he was doing. The bowler is putting complete pressure on Mirza Imran. 4 deliveries. What do you reckon? Can he complete with another 2?
Oh, that's a dot ball. You see, just down the track and he hit it. And I don't have to really give credit to the bowler here. He's just completely rattling the batsman. The informed batsman too has played 36 deliveries, 24 runs, and he still can't really get a head out there. And again, credit to the batsman as well. He's trying to really get to the 6, to the boundary as well. He's giving it a go. He's sacrificing his wicket.
The last one, lazy short chest towards that point region, completed 17 overs, a run rate of 4.94. Arabian Nights is not having a night of the time where they wanted to play good cricket against a very good team. Chargers CC completely being outplayed and have taken too many wickets in the 17 overs. After 17, 84 for 7. As well, moving on, Riaz, welcome back. Good evening, Riaz. A new commentator is joining with me right here in the commentary box in Mazars Cricket Ground, Qatar, to take you for the next 3 overs to complete this innings.
Thank you very much. As we have seen that Chargers CC has won the toss and elected to bowl first, and they're extremely done a great job up to now. So 17th over in progress, and Mirza Imran, who was having an anchoring race right up to now, has been prevailed, and he has just taken a single, but single doesn't help anymore because it's 17 overs, score is 85. As we are speaking, that ideal score in this ground is 140 to 150. At least they have to get up to 120 so that they can have a competitive score to defend against.
Absolutely, it's all up to the next few overs how they're going to handle the pressure. Nurullah goes for it, just not getting enough bat on this protection there.
But Mirza has done a wonderful job. He just wanted to take the strike because he has faced 37 deliveries. So now it's the right time to anchor his innings towards the end of the innings so that he can score more runs in remaining overs. So he has to be very energetic as also arrogant right now.
Absolutely, it's all up to Mirza how he's going to handle this. Oh, went for a reverse sweep. Wanted to scoop rather.
It was a cheeky shot he wanted to try, but eventually the Samir had an upper hand and he knew exactly what he wanted to do. So he just switched the ball exactly outside the off stump. Samir again into the attack, and that's a beautiful shot, but straight into the hands of the fielder there. That's a bit of misfield, just thinking whether they'll take the second run. No, it's not. So as I was telling, Mirza has to anchor his innings towards the end. Ones and twos will not help anymore towards the end of the innings.
They would be definitely looking forward for lusty blows towards the end of this innings. Need big boundaries. They're reaching to 90, all right. 3 wickets and goes big, really big. Has he got enough bat on this? I reckon fielder underneath and a nice little sitter. It should have been taken as a drop catch they put down. And the batter survives, Nurullah.
No, that was a beautiful connection of the ball, but he didn't get the distance. But that was a sitter over there, but taken down by the fielder over there, but still they need more runs, more boundaries actually. So last ball, and that was a beautiful cover drive, but as you see that ball doesn't travel very fast in this outfield. They're running for the second run. Yes, they have completed it comfortably. So as you see that after the completion of 18 overs, score is 91 for the loss of 7 wickets. Towards last 2 overs, they have to the scoring rate should be more than 12 or more than 15, so that at least they can take their score up to 120 as such.
Well, if they can manage to get 120 to 130, they have a decent runs on the board. They can try to defend, but it's all up to the Chargers. They've got plenty of match winners in their lineup. They got the top order batters are really good. They come out to bat. The captain Suhail Yaqub himself is a very good batter. Their first outing in this tournament, Ramzan Cup 2023, progressing here in Mizaj Cricket Ground. The first match, just having seen the tossing ceremony, the captain had absolutely no hesitation to elect to bowl first. He realized the fact that there is a due factor will come to the picture. The second innings, as we could see, the spinners came to the attack, has taken the opposition completely being outplayed.
Not only that, he had complete trust on his bowlers. They can prevail. Yes, Mirza right now coming down to the track and hitting it, and it doesn't go to the boundary. No, yes it is. Due to the misfield of the 2 fielders, they are confused who has to take the ball, and welcome boundary for the team Arabian Nights. So the score moves up to 95. So they require more of this to complete the innings so that they can get up to the completed total.
Absolutely, it's all about Mirza, how he's going to throw his bat, 30 from 40. Nevertheless, it's a great innings as experienced campaigner play towards this, and he needs to find more boundaries. Here we go. I must be really feeling bad about it. He played an excellent shot, and on this occasion, got to be credit to Srinath. What Srinath has done is try to anticipate the ball to come in, but he's an outswinger. Look at this one replay, an outswinger, a predominant outswing and off-spin bowling, and he enjoys that. He's given away his wicket.
All the credit goes to actually the captain, because in the 19th over, giving it to the spinner when there is a set batsman over there, as Mirza, who is very experienced, he has already faced 40 deliveries, and giving it to a spinner is a very courageous job. And Srinath has not disappointed his captain. He prevailed that, okay, even if the first ball was hit to the boundary, he knew what exactly to do in the second delivery, and he got a wicket. So if the 8th wicket falls, the score is just ticking at 95. Still 10 more deliveries to go. So we just have to wait and watch how the Arabian Nights are going to move past 100 or come up to 110.
Absolutely, you must give credit to Srinath. An excellent comeback after being hit for a boundary. He has anticipated the batters to come down the track. He was little too carried away with that shot. Having been an experienced campaigner like Mirza, he was there for some time. Srinath flighted one. He's up in the air. Has he got enough bat on his protection out there in the long off region? Asanka making no mistake and straight away throwing back to the bowling end. Couple of runs.
That's what they need to do now. Adil has come in a position where they have lost already 8 wickets and really 10 balls remaining. He has to throw the bat on everything what he gets, but not on wide deliveries, because that's where they get an extra runs. So they have to. He has to be very careful enough to which ball he has to throw the bat on and which ball he has not to.
Absolutely, Srinath. Look at this one. He's been trying to do that. And couple of occasions he had a wide delivery.
But this was a flight delivery into the block hole. He could have managed to take that very easily, Adil, but he was he was having a predetermined shot. That's the reason he missed it completely. Again, very good delivery by Mr. Srinath. So again, a dotted delivery in this 19th over, and he has been just given away 7 runs in this crucial 19th over, even when Mirza was there in the striker end. So last delivery of 19th over, once again good piece of bowling, once again a dotted delivery. I think it has been given. Oh no, It's one more wicket. Srinath is both the spinners today. If you have managed to see, both the spinners did a tremendous job, and it was a given right now. So after the completion of 19th over, score is 98 for 9. So we have to give credit to Suhail Yaqub. After seeing all the other matches, all the matches which happened before this 5 matches, this is the 6th match which is happening, and all the teams which was batting first has won the match, but still he had trust on his bowlers, and he told no, this time I'm going to bowl first.
Absolutely. It was just for a fraction of a second. It surprised me. And during that time, he was selected to bowl first. I was just wondering what is going to be. But as you rightly mentioned, he had a trust on his bowler. That's exactly paid off. They have done an extremely fabulous job. Now, it's 1 over to go, 98 for 9. Anything which they can take more than 15 runs, it's going to be crucial here. If Samir... Yeah, Shafiq is going to bowl this over. One of the strike bowler has done already a lot of damage to the opposition team. If Shafiq can get couple of dot deliveries in this, it will be definitely they are in the driving seat. Or if Noorullah is going to strike phased 4 and got 5 runs, if he can throw his bat, get couple of big boundaries, take them to 110. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah, he has to take the lead role right now, because there is no one out there. It's way outside the off stump, wide call by the umpire. So the score is just sticking out exactly at 99 for 9. We have these figures. We have seen 66 for 6, and we are seeing right now 99 for 9. So they're playing the number games right now over there.
Absolutely. Those who just tuned in with us, the audience, the listener, viewers, it's 99 for 9. We have 66 for 6 earlier. It's all happening in Mazad Cricket Ground, Qatar. Once again, right on the block hall. It's an absolute super piece of delivery again from the champion bowler. Shafiq has created already a lot of pressure when he walked into ball. And this beautiful pitch has not only favored the seamers, even the spinners have done an excellent job.
Shafiq has all the variations. If you've seen that, he has an out swinger, he has an in swinger, he knows how to bowl to the block hall. Again, if you see that this is the out swinger, and extremely beautiful ball, but they have taken a leg by, but that doesn't count to the Shafiq's account, but to the account of Arabian Nights it is counted, and we can see 100. That is a 3-digit figure prevailing right now in the 19th over. The run rate is just 5.17, which is not good for this pitch.
It's moving on. Shafiq, swing and a miss, and they're going to go for a run. Oh, it could have been interesting direct hit from the keeper. He was too good behind the stump. Nazil, with that stumping has done, he has been very, very good.
But I don't think so. Why these risks are required? Because see, if he can take a single at later part, he can at least take 2 or 3 runs, and which will help them for moving out the score from 100 to 102 or 103. That was a risk taken by him, but again missed completely. Good piece of bowling by Shafiq. First ball was way outside the off stump. Second ball directly to the block hole. Third ball, you have seen it was a leg cutter. He has all the variations. Shafiq, wonderful bowler. 4 balls he has bowled, but in his account he has given just 1 run. All the others were byes and a leg byes.
Excellent execution of the seam bowling here by Shafiq. Well, look at this one. 2 balls to go. Swing and a miss again. This is what's happening. This has been the story for so far for this team. Arabian Nights is feeding the pain here against the quick bowlers of Chargers. They're really charging in, don't they?
No, we can't blame Noorullah right now, because if you have seen that even the top order batsman was very they were not able to handle Shafiq very well. But what can the tailender do? The last ball of the innings. And see, again, it is zipping outside the leg stump. A good piece of batting over there. Will it run towards the boundary? Yes, it is. So that was that's the last ball and boundary to finish. So after the 20 overs, the score is 105 for 9. So 106 is a target for Charger CC.
They will take it. They will take that last ball. It was a much needed boundary for the team. Have a look at the batting card for Arabian Nights. Suhail Yaqub just 4. Umair started off well, but just not able to move on. Wazim 14. He played few shots. Mirza was one-man show for Mirza in the middle. He played a beautiful innings, just not able to
He was just trying to anchor the innings, but none of the other batsmen actually contributed towards his cause.
Absolutely. Norman, as Irfan, they were all in the single-digit side as
That's
well.
credit goes to Mr. Adson, who bowled extremely well.
Once it looked like they were going to make a partnership, but once Ehtisham was introduced into the attack, he has taken the complete control over the innings. He has taken those major 4 wickets. That's the reason they are just pumped out for this score of 105.
Can't keep Srinath away from the scorecard, can you? If you see his figures, he has given away just 15 runs for 2 wickets. He has taken 2 crucial wickets. One is about Mirza at exactly at the right point of the time, because he was trying to capitalize the bowling. He was trying to hit the ball very hard. At the same time, Srinath came back and took the wicket of Mirza at the right time. So. And if you see that all the except for Samir Sheikh, who has given away 26 in his 3 overs, all the other was below 6 run rate per over.
Let's look at the bowling card. Samir none, 8.67 on 26 considered. Hassan goes 2 good, 3 overs 17, 1 wicket. Rajiv 3 overs 14, 1. Shafiq Hussain 3 overs 12 on. Ehtisham, pick of the bowler, 4 overs 1, 18 and 4 wickets. As a champion bowler, pick of the ball, definitely the one of the contender for the man of the day win this match. And Srinath has given him plenty of support. It was a good combination of Ehtisham and Srinath. Bowled exceptionally well. Follow wickets, if you see 13, 39, 45, 52, 60, 66, 83, 95, 90 regular intervals. They lost the wicket, 20 overs, 105. When the Chargers comes out to bat in a while, they need 106 from 20 overs, and we'll be back after this innings break.
Welcome back, viewers. Sixth day of QPL, Qatar Cricket Association Ramadan Cup. So sixth day, and we have Arabian Knights versus Chargers CC. So Chargers CC has won the toss, and as you see that they tried to bowl first, and they have given away 105 runs, and 106 is the target. So they are back. As the opening pair, we have Faisal Yes and Asanka K. Asanka K was a bowler who had done an extremely good job right now into the batting. So Adil takes the first over. That's a good shot down the leg side, straight into the hands of the fielder. Just a single.
So the Arabian Knights somehow reached 105 for 9 in the 20 overs, and I tell you, this is an okay score considering they were 66 for 8 and 1 point of their innings.
Yeah, it was 66 for 6. Beg your pardon. But the bowlers have done extremely good job. Now the times of the bat, that was an extremely good shot down the leg side and into the boundary, and they're taking the charge. Asanka, who was very good during his bowling time, now he's taken up the lead role in batting as well. First delivery he was facing down the leg side, good shot into the boundary. So what do you think, how much, what should be the approach of Arabian Knights to defend this total actually?
I think they've got to have a couple overs of steam and then just bring the spinners on, to be honest. That should be the what they're doing here. Defensive rather this time around. The thing is that I noticed there was a lot of spin. Guys like the off spinners and the leg spinners, they're really getting that the extra bit of finger spin into the pitch. They were pitching it hard, hitting the pitch hard, hitting the deck as hard as possible, and that's what they should really be doing here. To be honest, get it over to seam and then just go back to spin.
Yeah, because the score is really low. They have to defend a low score over here. Okay, that's a good delivery. There was an edge, but it was not carried. So as you've seen, this ball was well outside the off stump. There was a nick, but keeper couldn't carry it.
Yeah, flick down the left side once again into the vacant region. The fielder gets a bit of a slow outfield, throws it back as hard as possible, and yeah, that is a good piece of fielding. Good running too. They're already off to a very good start here, the Chargers.
Yeah, Asanka is doing a tremendous job. He's taken the lead over here right now in the first over itself. He had a couple of dotted deliveries, but he had made full use of the deliveries what he has faced up to now.
Yeah, tall guy, good reach. I mean, he's got that the flick of the wrist, a nice flick of the wrist. Even if the ball nips back in, he's just gonna flick it. Yeah, just like that, beautiful shot. The slow outfield is gonna fail the batsman once again, and another good piece of fielding. But yeah, they get another double in. That's gonna be 9 off the first over. Yeah, the required run rate is 5, and they're already at 9 right now. They're off to a great start. If they don't lose wickets, they might have a really good shot of winning this game. It's just 106 to win after 20 overs. And now it's 96 now.
Okay, this captain Suhail has taken the ball in his hand for the second over.
Yorker length this time around a bit fuller, and Basson just plays it off. Asanka, the main man, the big guy, back on strike.
We need to know that this 105 is still a competitive total. If they take 2 quick wickets or 3 quick wickets in the power play, then yes, it is a competitive total, because can't say wickets sometimes win matches for the team which has low scored during their first innings.
Yeah, Fuller this time around, bit of a full toss, misfield a bit. No, not so much. They get a single. He wants a double, but yeah, not in question.
Yeah, as we were discussing that about the low score games, the quick wickets are key.
Yeah, just milking off the singles.
Yes, singles are crucial. This is what it was missing in Arabian Nights campaign, because they were having the dotted deliveries. They were just trying to hit the ball very hard, but actually singles win matches, because we have seen Virat Kohli how he anchors in innings forward.
Up in the air, lofted this time around, and he's gonna go for 4. It's a lofted drive, beautiful one by Asanka, the main man. Reminds me of prime Brian Lara. This is brilliant batting. Well, would you look at that? Yeah, just got in the line, just made sure it got into the box, and lofted it just over the cover region. Beautiful shot, goes for 4. Much needed boundary for these lads. And Sohail's going to be a dissatisfied man with that ball, especially. He's trying to get it to nip back outside the off stump, getting outside edge to sleeper keeper, and beautifully read by Asanka.
What he has to do is he has to just pass it over the head of the fielder over there.
Tries to go for it inside edge, through the legs, and yeah, he's going to get a single, just milking off those again.
Yes, as I was speaking the importance of single, as you see when Virat Kohli is batting, you can see that how beautifully he plays that single. He anchors his innings such a way that he doesn't waste ball, even if he has wasted the ball, but he knows how exactly to capitalize his innings throughout the game. So that's the key, that we need to learn from the key players like this, how we need to take up the singles.
Yeah, Fuller this time, better ball this time around. It is going to be 17 off the 2 overs. Yeah, talking about Virat Kohli there, he just likes to get into his groove, really, try and make up an innings, try and build an innings, crafting it from sheer perfection, those drives and those flicks and those pulls and everything about him. Virat Kohli is just a great player. Pulls it away this time around through the square leg region. It is going to go for 4, is it? No, it is in the outfield as yet again, Phil, the batsmen. They're going to get a double though. That is a fine shot by Asanka. It was timed, it was middled, but not quite to the boundary. Still good enough.
Yes, we can see that dew factor coming into picture right now because the ball is also not traveling too much. And as you were telling, as we were discussing about Virat Kohli, what he does is he anchors his innings after a certain amount of time when he knows that, okay, this is where I need to go forward, and he goes.
Cuts it away this time around. Is it going to go to the fielder? No, it isn't. That is another brilliant shot by Asanka. He is completely dissimulating these bowlers here. What has he done? Look at the replay there. Look at that. Once again, just cuts it, waits for the ball, plays it as late as possible, and off to the boundary it goes. Asanka, you beauty. 20 off the 10.
He's anchoring his innings. He wanted to finish it off very fast, and he wants to go home. That's what we are feeling right now, because when we see the low score, it sometimes we see that batsmen try to take singles, doubles, but he's not doing it.
First time around, he's driven it straight to the man, and good running by these two. Brilliant running. Yeah, getting back to what you were saying about Virat Kohli. Virat Kohli, he plays really slow at the start of his innings, be it T20 or an ODI. He plays really slow, and I'll be honest. And he goes about 30 off 30, 40 off 40, and then that just comes that point where the bowlers are relaxed, and they go, yeah, he's got a low strike rate, so I'm just going to bowl a couple of looseners here. Of course, they don't really think that, and that's what he just hits, and he ends off with 80 off 50 or a 90 off 60. Yeah, good ball again. Trying to nip it back in. Adil. Bit of swing there.
Faisal want to get Asanka back into the strike because Asanka is hitting it really very good. So it is better Asanka in the strike than Faisal. So Faisal is anchoring innings for Asanka here.
Yeah, good front foot defense, Faisal.
Asanka is very sensible. He is not hitting every delivery. He knows which delivery he has to be hit and which delivery has to be left alone, which has to be defensed. He's playing a very good innings up to now. 2 over 5 deliveries and 24 already in the score, and required run rate is also dipping down right now.
Flick down the leg side and into the fielder's hands. Another single given. That is going to end half of the power play. That is 25 in 3 overs.
Suhail, the captain.
Hit firmly down the long off region. They're just being a bit calm about it because they need just 79 of 16.5 overs now. Asanka and Faisal.
Required run rate is actually below 5, so they just have to anchor this innings in such a way that they should not lose much wickets in this power play. And yeah, they're doing a great job up to now, so they have to continue doing the same for remaining power play overs.
Even if they're 40 or 40, 50 or 50, I don't think anyone would be disappointed as long as they win the game. A good ball, but an even better shot. It's going to be pulled away to sheer perfection. That's going to go to the boundary. Yeah, it touches the ropes. Nothing the fielder Noor could do about that. Just watch it sail over, and it's going to be another 4. Brilliant shot by Faisal. Yeah, Very Ricky Ponting-esque. That was brilliant. That was fabulous. He just read it, waited for the ball to the last second, and just perfected it.
He saw Asanka doing it for the couple of hours before that, and Faisal thought, why I should not anchor the innings forward. So Faisal is have taken up that delivery.
Ah, better ball by Sohail. Very good ball. Yeah, just throws it into the pitch. Hit it hard and then just swung it really. Good ball, good comeback.
It's we already always see that a bowler comes back very positively after the ball is been hit back to the boundary, and a couple of times we see wickets falling after that boundary delivery. Yeah, this is once again a good delivery, straight into the hands of the fielder over there. Just a dotted delivery once again. He just saw that if the ball is being dripped down to the batsman's leg side or into the body, they can play it better, and he's just putting it outside or keeping it away from the batsman.
Yoga length this time around, just taps it away. Yeah, good batting, really good batting by these two. They're at a near run rate of 9 per over, and they just need the 74. And to be honest, even if they do finish off with lower strike rates, no one would really complain about it, because really at this point they need just 74 off the 16 overs, and that's just the important part about it. Hits it hard, but oh, stop by Sohail. Yeah, that was hit hard. That was hit nicely.
There was a tough chance actually. He could have taken if it was held on by Suhail over the curtains to Asanka, but it was not. It was not sticked comfortably. So after the completion of 4 overs, score is 33 on the board. So we have the double header today at 9:45 p.m. We have Tuskers versus Falcons CC, which will be going on at exactly 9:45 after this match. So we are into the 5th over right now.
Yeah, Irfan, the new bowler in, is a fast bowler coming over the wicket to Asanka. Let's see if he can produce some magic here. They need something different, these bowlers here. Down the leg side, he's flicked it again. That's his favourite shot, Asanka, but there is protection. It was a good shot, but that's good fielding too. Good bowling by Irfan too. He knew where his field setting is, and then he bowled there perfectly. Had it been timed a little better, it would have been a catch. Who knows? Good shot nonetheless.
Irfanullah has analyzed the situation really very well. If he has seen the batsman Asanka, you have seen that couple of boundaries were hit in the same direction. So he have seen that. He put the ball into the leg side deliberately and field set over there.
Yeah, Nips it back in. There's going to be a defense. They're really quick on the singles, and it is good that they're emphasizing on the singles too. Because to be honest, the fielding team, the Arabians, when they were batting, they didn't hit that many singles, and that's a good thing by Asanka and Face to keep the scoreboard ticking, keep the pressure on the fielding side. The worst possible thing they could have on their charts right now is pressure. These batsmen, especially when you need just 73 off 16 overs.
Yeah, exactly. They just have to rotate the strike now and then, so that the pressure is still back into the Arabian Nights.
Another leg side delivery. Asanka misses it. A rare miss by him. It was a slower one. Irfanullah knew what he was doing there. This is good bowling. The keeper keeping aware of the whole situation, setting the fields, knowing what the bowler is bowling, dives, everything about it. Good field set.
So this will be a key over actually, because he knows Irfanullah is a very smart bowler, so he knows the batsman very well, and he has set the field accordingly. See again, a leg side delivery straight to the hands of the fielder there. If it was hit a bit in the air, it would be in curtains for Asanka.
Yeah, swingy delivery, nipping all around the pitch. Yep, sloppy fielding, but they're just gonna get a single. Irfanullah is a smart bowler. He's got a short run up, as we can see. He's got a bit of a slow run up, but the pace is just all right. And he's focusing more on the line length instead of the pace. He's focusing on trying to get the ball to nip back in to the left-hander, Asanka, who is the danger man here. They're 37 off the 4.5 overs, and they're in desperate need of a wicket, desperate need of consistent dot balls here. Yeah, it goes again, and he just taps it away. Is the fielder going to get to it? Is he going to get to it? Yes, he does. Good piece of fielding there. And yeah, just a single on that occasion. That is going to end the proceedings of this over. We have 1 over left in the power play. It is 38 for naught.
Thank you, Hunain. And we are back. A double header this evening in Mizar Cricket Ground. The first match between Arabian Nights and Chargers CC. Chargers CC have done really well in terms of restricting the opposition. Less than 110, and they started off really well. Asanka has been fabulous after a brilliant piece of bowling. Now he is there at the start the attack as well as a pure or top order batter. Has proved that he is one of the best in the business to take this run flow towards that target which they need. Only 68 of the remaining 15 overs. Have a look at Asanka's 27 from just 19. We could see some glorious cover drives and use the back foot to deposit to the mid-wicket region. It was a treat to watch how he's played, and Faisal has given him a good company out there in the middle. To ball this one, Mirza Imran, after a good performance with the bat, he is going to try and do something different to get a wicket or probably break this partnership. Riaz, what do you reckon from this? It is pretty much favouring the batting team.
Right now it is actually favouring the batting team. That was a good shot straight in the hands of the fielder in the mid-on region, but just a single conceded. I have seen that inside the power play, spinner is been given a bowling, because they have seen that both the spinners for Chargers have done an extremely good job. That's the reason now they have given the spinner. So he has to do some magic so that they have to pick at least a quick 2 wickets so that they can give the pressure back to the Chargers.
Absolutely. Fazil just need to stick it around and give strike back to us and as much as he can. It's a good delivery. Then back into the right-hand batter. As you rightly mentioned, the spinners can make some difference. They tested the pace bowlers. Mirza could be very handy. He's a clever operator, one of the most experienced campaigners on the side of Arabian Nights. Can he create some magic?
Yeah,
Another very good piece of bowling. Now, as you rightly mentioned, Riaz, this is all up to the spinners how they're going to tackle the situation.
so Mirza is one of the batsmen who has faced 40 deliveries, and out of that, most of the deliveries were from the spinners. So he know exactly what the pitch will do in this condition. So he is a key bowler to Arabian Nights. So he has to pick up wickets very soon.
Oh, that's what we're talking about. Just not able to connect on this occasion. Take about Mirza Imran has taken this responsibility of the wicket taker, has produced a very, very important breakthrough for his team. A captain would be really pleased about that. Have a look at this one again. As nipping back to the right hand. Spun a lot. Look at this one. Fazil is going for an expansive drive towards the long on and beaten completely. That's a wicket gone, 39 for 1.
Again, not keeping the bat straight. If you have seen that, this is the same mistake what the Arabian Nights batsmen have done. They are not keeping it very straight. They want to go across. They are going across the shot, and that's the reason they are not able to read the spin properly. That's the same mistakes what the Arabian Nights have done, and the same mistake now Faisal has done to a spinner. An excellent delivery by Mirza.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about this. As a spinner can make a difference here. A slow pace, it is that something which would definitely trouble the batters, and Mirza was too smart. He knew that batters was just going to go after him. He created a little bit of variation in that that delivery. It was absolutely a stunner. Now they would believe from there is something for the spinner as well in this pitch, as we know. Have seen the last few games, and this could be very interesting how Mirza is going to bowl the next few overs, and there are two spinners as well in their lineup. The captain would be definitely wants a spinner to come and to the attack.
They need to now it's the right time because the score is not too much not in the score. They just rate 67 in remaining 14.2 overs, and the required run rate is below 5, so spinners will be key in this innings.
On this occasion, leg side, and Kampa has to call this as a He has relooked this one. What he's trying to do is Mirza is trying to mix it up his deliveries. Captain of charges, Sohail, needs to think and get the correct changes whenever he requires it.
Once again, what a delivery. That is a beautiful delivery, missed by the batsman, missed by the keeper, and run is given away as a bye.
They will take it. They will take any runs. Now we are into the power play. Just a couple of deliveries left to finish the power play. But they have runs on the board. They got 1 wicket. Is it 1 ball to go to complete the power play? Yes, we reckon 7.06 in run rate. It's a pretty good one at this time. They have taken all credit goes to Asenka. That brilliant innings. He's still there. He looks very confident. He looks dangerous out there in the middle, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has to be there. He has to anchor his innings towards the end of this so that Chargers must prevail as a winner of this tournament, because the required run rate is not too much, so they need not take too much risks. Singles and doubles can win these matches.
Well, he's beaten everybody there. He's beaten the backward point. The chase is on. He's going to travel all the way to the fence. It does, even though it's a slow outfield. There's plenty of power behind that shot. Look at that smash towards the backward point. Its bottom hand comes to the picture. He is looking very, very dangerous out there. Asanka, 32 from just 21 deliveries. He is playing a genuine innings to take them through to the victory. Just 61 is required from the remaining 14 overs. After the power play, CCC 45 for 1. Moving on, Mirza have done good a judgment to his bowling. A captain has been introduced. Mirza have taken that very important wicket. It's all happening here in Mazad Cricket Ground, Qatar. One of the finest arena to conduct cricket tournament. Hats off to QCA for bringing this one more tournament here during the Ramzan 2023. Matches progressing between Arabian Nights and Chargers. Here we go. Plenty of time to play their shot, just not able to connect and getting an edge. Saeed Hasnain into the attack. As we just mentioned about the spinner, as a medium pacer. It looks like a medium pacer Saeed.
But it was a good delivery, but Wasim, the keeper, missed it completely. So 2 runs was given away extra. But as you see in Asanka, anything come to his body, he's giving it. He drives away. He flicks it. He takes the single. He knows the key is keeping away from his body.
On this occasion, plenty of time to play that. Has he got enough? I reckon it's one bounce waiting for the umpire's call. Is it a maximum? Just waiting for it. Just looked like a fraction of a second. It's all the way. It's covered distance and umpire. Let's have a look at the replay here. It was a good pickup. Look at this one. Rahul just joined there. It was into his pads and has timed it really well. Has it gone all the way to the rope, boundary rope? Just waiting for the call from the umpire. Was it a maximum or a boundary?
He was trying to do the same thing in the first delivery, but he couldn't do it. But we need to wait for the umpire's call. But definitely it's a boundary. Just waiting whether it's a 4 or a 6. But as I was telling you, Asanka also has the same thing. If anything comes into his body, he dispatches it. Either leg side or offside, whichever side he wants to, he dispatches. Really very good. And we are just waiting for the signals of an umpire.
Well, Asanka, talking about his batting, I was just watching him from the ground as well. He was too good. He looks very straight. He makes things very easy towards, and the kind of shots he played. Another one drifting towards right-hand batter. Saeed Hasnain conceded 2 from the first ball, and after that, it was a maximum. It was a very good shot indeed. It's a much needed a maximum for the batting team. And now they move to 54 within no time. The run rate of 8.31 and 52 is just required. Have a look at the record. Asking run rate is just below 4 runs.
Yeah, that's how exactly they should continue doing whatever they're doing right now, because too many dotted deliveries may also put pressure to the batting team, and they have to just continue. They are in the confident right now, so he has to continue what he is doing.
Beautiful catch was the call, but no one is called to catch. It's going to travel all the way to the fence. A slow outfield, few inches away, just pulled off on time. He's played a couple of very good shots towards that region. Deep extra cover, beating the fielder at the backward point. He's enjoying his time out there in the middle. Asanka, after a brilliant bowling performance, he is there to start the batting. He looks very, very dangerous out there in the middle as a top order opening batter.
He has He has contributed too much right away, so he's the key again. Again, a good shot, but keeper couldn't couldn't keep the ball to himself. So one more run added into the total.
It's all up to Asanka how he's going to handle this, how he's going to end up this. And it looks like he's going to stay there right till end of this innings. 23 from 35, is looking very, very confident. He's played some glorious shots. It was treat to watch those cover drives and punch of the back foot towards the offside region. It was true professional approach. Drifting again, asking the question, has it got a nick on his pad? Waiting for the umpire's call. Is the leg by? Yes, I reckon it's a leg by. After the completion of 7 overs, Chargers 57 for 1. One more to the total. With that, one more added to the total. 58 for 1 after 7 overs. Let's have a look at the bowling card. Adil Hassan, 2 overs. I'll come back to you on that right after this over. No surprise, Captain is bringing back his main weapon, Saeed Hasnain, as the one who's the wicket taker. Has got plenty of work to do, has done with the bat. Can he do the performance with the ball as well? One of the most experienced campaigner in the side of Arabian Knights. They need to depend on this man to do some magic. He has done one wicket he has taken from the last over. Can he repeat a good performance with the ball as well?
Other than that, the boundary at the last ball, he has bowled extremely well in the first over. So he has to continue the good job. If you see that that ball actually dripped towards the batsman, so that was a good delivery. Mirza has to continue doing this.
Well, he's a man who can really impress. We can really surprise the opposition with those variations, what he creates. He does it really well. He knew what exactly he was doing. Next fighter, he was started off with a dot ball. Look at that flighted one, but just not enough inside that wide line. As goes for the idea is just to create that surprise deliveries for the batters. If he can go for a big hit, if he gets an edge, it can create a dismissal there. Here we go. Oh, asking the question. A very interesting call. Very, very interesting shout from Mirza. Is completely beaten by the batter.
Yeah, it would be good if there was a review system here. They would have gone for the review. So, but as there is no review system, inshallah, in the future tournaments, there might be a review system. So, we are just hoping for that.
Absolutely. That review would have been very interesting. Now, asking the question, has he got him? Has he got him? Yes, I reckon it's a much needed wicket. He celebrates. He knew what exactly that wickets will do an impact on the fielding team. Mirza has created another breakthrough here. Is it going to be the change in the match? A match winning moment could be. They have runs on the board, CCC. 59-4 Mirza, 7-4, a superb figure him. And Rahul has to depart on this occasion.
He was surprised when the umpire didn't raise the finger right away, and yes, he's as I told you when we started the innings itself that the spinners will be key over here, and he's key right now. So he has to take a couple of more wickets, mainly of Asanka, who is having a really good innings up to now. So it doesn't matter, but if the wickets are falling from the other end, then it would be a different job.
Well, Asanka needs to move on. He needs to keep the momentum going on. He got a new partner there. Atisham done really well with that spin bowling as the one who's taken that maiden wicket the first over he bowled. Now, can he repeat the performance? Two good bowlers there in the middle. Asanka has already played some very good shot. Flighted one in the air. It could have been very interesting. It could have been a very good catch as well if he had taken that. Just got a feeling that it's slipping, getting an edge to his hand, and he survives from the first one.
So that's he knows. They have sent Atisham for a reason, because he is the spin bowler. He knows how exactly to tackle the spin. That's the only reason they have sent Atisham at this point of time. Imran.
Well played. Just push towards that backward point. He'll sneak a single on this occasion. They need to do. So Mirza's shows continues here. 10-4-2, one ball to go. Current run rate is 7.91 and the asking rate is just 3.62. Asanka 35 from 23. How is going to handle the next 3 to 4 if he stays back in the crease? As long as he doesn't lose his partner on the other hand, the match would be pretty much in the favor of CCC. And it's going to be a walk in the park for them.
Asanka's wicket is a very key over here for Mirza. Mirza is doing an extremely good job. So Imran, his flighted delivery in the air, but into the no man's land. Asanka is doing really great job. So after the completion of 8 overs, score is 63 for the loss of 2 wickets. So into the ninth over, Umad Ilafi is a new spinner introduced by this captain. So spinners is key in this tournament or in this innings actually. So just 43 required in 12 over, less than 4 required run rate is less than 4. So Asanka is batting at 36 from 24. He has to continue doing the good work. Down to the leg side, that is a good piece of bowling, good delivery, flighted delivery into the leg of Asanka. He tried to flick it but missed completely. He has to stay. Asanka has to stay because 1 or 2 wickets and 2 quick wickets will create more pressure to the batting team. Umad again. Once again into the leg side, 2 is the call. Fielder has to pick up the ball and throw, and 2 will be taken comfortably. That's a good batting by Asanka. He knew the fielder was too far and he just nips the ball into that region so that by the time the fielder collects the ball, he could take that 2 runs. Once again, the ball is in the air. Let's see somebody. No, that is a miscatch. That they couldn't utilize that. Asanka was in trouble, but he couldn't take the fielder cannot take the ball, and that was a miss. It was a misfield. They could have taken that catch and Asanka would have been in the pavilions right now. Umed to Atisham. Oh, again, that is a good piece of batting. Deliberately he nicked that. They run the single very hard, not looking for the second. As we are discussing that the spinners play a key role, the bowler has done extremely good. The person who was batting really very good in the first innings and he has come back. I know you know whom I am speaking about, Mr. Mirza.
Definitely. Up in the air and gone. Asanka has played an anchor innings of 39 of 27 and just chipped it up in the air. We were just praising him and off he goes. The tall man Asanka. What have you done there, lad? Well, I should be proud of the innings he's played at a better runner ball.
No, he got an life 2 deliveries before, so he would have played sensibly right now because the score is not too much, the required run rate is not too much, so she should have been sensible, but he wanted to put it above the head of the fielder over there, but couldn't utilize it, capitalize it properly. Wickets are the key. So they have taken the key wicket, that is Asanka's wicket, because he has scored the major part of the score of Charger CC. So now what Arabian Knights have to do is take 2 more or 3 more quick wickets so that they're back into the game.
Yeah, just the delivery left for Umad's first over. He's taking a wicket of the main man Asanka. Rajiv, the new man in, right hand taking a guard, the middle guard. He's a strong man, he's a tough man. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he can bring the game home, or is he going to throw his wicket away? They've got a slip in place. Last ball. And well played, just dots it away. And it's going to be the end of the 9th over, 67 for 3.
Nice.
Whoa, what a...
Well, 67 for 3 as Idhisham is being held out to the boundary row. What a good catch there by the field. They're celebrating, and rightly so. What a timely wicket.
What have you done, Etisham? Oh, you were doing so well with the ball in with the bat. Come on, mate.
Yeah, as we look at that delivery once again, he went across the line. I think he got decent connection on that one, but it goes straight down the fielder's throat, who's absolutely jubilant as Chargers lose their 4 wickets and they've got 67 runs on the board with 39 needed of 10.5. That shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, 100%. And you can just look at Etisham's body language. He does not want to walk off. He knew that was unnecessary, and he knew he just threw his wicket away. They just needed 39 of 10 overs, and he just threw his wicket away. They can't lose any more wickets anymore.
That's true, you never know. A couple of more wickets and this game would be wide open once again. Mirza Imran getting 3 wickets. He's 42 years old, young.
Nazil, the new man in. All he needs to do is play at a low strike rate and almost run a ball, get his team to that win, to the 106 target, and just win it. They've got the overs, they've got the wickets, they cannot lose anymore.
Yeah, couldn't agree more there, Hunan. Oh, on that occasion, a bit of extra bounce by Imran. It's all happening when he's got the ball in hand.
Yeah, just use the deck hard, just hit it hard. It's good bowling by this lad here, the captain, 42 years young.
On that occasion, going back onto the back foot, playing it to the short cover fielder. That's what they need to do. Just keep hitting it around for 1s and 2s. This time was shortest cut there, but it's gone straight to the fielder. And talking about age being just a number, Mirza Imrani played a veteran knock earlier tonight. Played quite a few deliveries and was the mainstay for his team as well.
Yeah, swing and a miss that occasion, trying to defend it. The interesting thing about these games and these pitches is that anything can happen. When you've got a good experienced spinner on, when you got someone like that with years of experience, knows the game, knows everything. Yeah, we'll get back to that in a minute. Yeah, cuts it away again, straight to the fielder point. And the thing about these games, they could just turn around so quickly. You could just lose a couple wickets, and it is all over for the batting side for the Chargers. That's going to be the end of the 10th over, 6-7 for 4.
Absolutely, Hanan. You couldn't afford to take it for granted, that's for certain. As we look at the bowling card here, the pick of the bowlers, Mirza Imran with 3 wickets. Ahmad, the only other wicket taker in terms of the economy rate. The most economical bowler on show tonight has been Ahmad Elahi for the Arabian Nights, whereas Adil Hussain has gone for a few runs at an economy rate of 9. Should be a straightforward chase, it looks like it, but as we said, it's imperative not to lose your cool at this stage, not to play any rash shots. They don't need to do anything out of the ordinary. It's a very manageable.
100%. If I was the captain of the Chargers, I would not complain if my boys out there would score 30 off 30 or 20 off 20, or even 20 balls and 10 runs, as long as you're getting to the target, which is the important thing. Because if you try and go and focus on strike rate and use the excuse of being T20, the game of strike rate, you're going to lose wickets, you're going to lose the game, and then you're going to have a good strike rate, but you're not going to have a win under your name.
I think that's clever cricket. They're not trying to bludgeon the ball the way it should be. To be honest, Rajiva probably realizing what we just mentioned. Just milk it around for 1s and 2s, and an odd dot ball wouldn't really hurt at this stage. But a good piece of captaincy, I would say, from the Arabian Nights skipper. He's got a slip in Obviously realizing, and this is a big appeal. The finger has gone up as the Arabian Knights lose half their side, and this game all of a sudden is wide open.
What is happening? What is happening? I have absolutely no clue what that was. Let's have a look at the replay. It was a bit of a flipper, ironic coming from a finger spinner, and that was just absolutely brilliant. He found the outside edge, and off goes Nazil, who's played an over, a complete over, and has scored no runs, and they have lost their 5th wicket. This here Chargers team. What is happening? I have no clue. Can someone explain it to me, please?
Yeah, I think the pressure was mounting on him. 5 dot deliveries, and then he was forced to play that ball away from his body. He was neither forward nor back, just hanging his bat at it at the end, and a slight feather through to the keeper.
Yeah, Said K, the new man in. Let's see what he can do. Let's see if he throws his wicket away just like the rest of them. Because what is really needed now, with half of the innings still available to the batsmen, all they've got to do is stick it in, is stay in the game, tap it around for a couple singles here and there, and not focus on the boundaries, not focus on the sixes.
Having said that, the Arabian Knights fielders and bowlers have got their tail up now. It's like a shark. They're sensing blood here. So yeah, there's a new man in. It's going to be full and straight at the pads. They've got a slip in as well. Umad is talking to his fielders. Full and straight it was, but nicely waited for it, Syed, and clipped it away for a run. That would be a sigh of relief for the batsman.
Yeah, good delivery at that. Just drifted it along the line of up stump, goes down the leg stump. I need more of those, to be honest. They need more wickets now, speaking from a bowling perspective.
And this time he was inviting here a bit of flight. Has hit that straight down the ground. Well played in the end. Manages to get a single. All of a sudden, man, this game is wide open. 1 or 2 more wickets here, and we might be staring down at an Arabian Night victory.
I've no clue what just happened there, to be honest.
Yeah, I think these are the kind of games you look forward to before a tournament starts. You know, it's a bit like a pendulum. It's shifting all the time. And once again, inviting the drive. We did well to resist that. It was away from the body, and cleverly played, I must say. As we come to the end of the 11th over, and the Arabian Knights are 70 for 5. Chargers, I beg your pardon. As we look at those twiggly and jigsaw-like worms going up and down.
Yeah, you can see from the 8th over all the way to the middle of the 10th over, they've lost 4 wickets, and the captain is responsible for many of those scalps. As you can see, he's got 4 wickets off just 11 runs off the 2 overs that he's bowled. And he's been brilliant, Imran. He's been absolutely fantastic. Fabulous bowling by him. He's just using the pitch, using his years and his experience. He's got a heavy CV. He's got a number of things to mention on that.
He could almost be a coach for the Arabian Knights, but as it is, he's out there in the middle and benefiting his team with his guile and precision. 3 wickets to his name. And once again, nicely bowled. Was in line with that stump, forcing him on the back foot, and he has to rush here. Well run in the end by Syed. I like the approach of Syed. He's waiting for the ball to come onto him. He's not rushing into things, realizing that nothing out of ordinary is needed at this stage. Imran, I'm sure, is going to flight one in the air above the eye line. driven through extra cover. There is protection on the boundary. It would be interesting if Arabian Nights consider bringing a few more fielders inside the ring just to exert some more pressure. It's a shame they've taken away the slip, as they do need wickets. Once again, a flighted delivery, hanging his bat back. Sayed looking for that single.
This is really an interesting game. There really is an interesting game. We've got 5 wickets to left. It's more like a test match than it is a T20, to be honest. They need the 33 runs. They've got all the overs, and they need 5 wickets to win. What do you reckon is going to happen?
I think this could be a really tight game, as on that occasion, Sayed cutting that ball. I don't think Sayed is going to give them a lot of chances here. I think he's quite happy to play the sheet anchor's role. Rajiv, on the other hand, is not afraid of having a go, so he looks like more of a probable wicket at this stage than Sayed. Still 8.2 overs. It looks a comfortable win for Chargers. Yes, nasty play, a bit of aggression by Mirza Imran. I think they're still slightly on the back foot, are the Arabian Knights, and they need a couple of wickets. As we look back at the bowling card once again, Mirza Imran the pick of the bowlers, and he's bowled with an excellent economy rate as well. 2 wickets for Umad Ilahi, the only 2 bowlers to have picked up wickets.
Yeah, that was definitely a real captain's spell, taking 3 wickets, leading from the front, telling his bowlers, yeah, that's how it's done, and then showing them the way, leading them the way, making the path really, and he's just been brilliant, really. Hats off to him. Take a bow, mate. Even if you do lose this game, yeah, a lot of credit goes to him for even making a contest in the first place, taking all the important wickets, 315.
Absolutely, and there's ever so much talk about these bowlers who flight the ball up in the air, bowl with the minimum amount of pace, and don't give much away to the batters in terms of pace, that is. We'll come back to that in a minute. Yeah, it looks like, most people feel these bowlers are easy work, but trust me, they're not, because you need to create all your power, you need to create all your timing as well. It's not easy when you're used to facing a certain amount of pace, and all of a sudden you face somebody out of the ordinary. It becomes a bit of a challenge. This time wide of the crease. It was a full toss, and it's helped on its way by Rajiv. Only a single, but clever piece of cricket, keeping it to the carpet, rotating the strike. He's got a reliable partner in Sayed. So then isn't it a bit surprising that they've taken away the slip? When they picked up those couple of wickets, I thought they would attack more and try and pick up one more.
Yeah, look, that is the approach to keep us slipping, but yeah, just going to be a while this time around. They're losing their cool, these bowlers. But the thing is, they also have to look at the score. It is just they need the 29 off the 7.2. And maybe the batters, maybe they might go for it. Who knows? Another wide there. Imran is just losing his calm, losing his cool. He's got 2 balls left for this specific over. He has 2 for 10. And he can't bowl any more wides. He can't bowl any more looseners. Just has to bowl the absolute Jaffas. Give it your absolute best. And you might have a real shot at winning this game, because the momentum has once again shifted back to the batsman.
Yeah, totally agree there, and those wides wouldn't help. They have to think out of the box, do something different here, the Arabian Nights, and he's using the towel to dry off some dew and moisture, I think, on the ball. So that is not good news if you're a bowling side. You'd find it difficult to grip the ball, and it's not going to swing around.
Yeah, it drives it nicely. They're the mid off.
The Chargers captain did talk about dew at the toss and the role it could play, and I think now is the time when dew really has come into play. Some straight delivery, there's a bigger bill. I think it's a bit high as well, a bit ambitious there from Imad. It was a bit surprising. There were a few eyebrows raised when Chargers decided to bowl first. We'll get back to that. It's 80 for 5 after the end of this over. As we look at the batting card, Asanka Gosala, the pick of the batters, 39 and a good strike rate as well. The only other batsman who got into the double figures was Faisal Sheikh with 11 of 14 deliveries. The rest has been a pedestrian effort, but it might just turn out to be good enough at the end.
Yeah, coming back to the dew factor story, I think about cricket. Cricket's just one of those sports that is just always affected by weather. We talk about pitch condition, we talk about rain, we talk about cloud cover helping the swing, we talk about lights, we talk about all of these things, and then coming back to the dew thing, it is really just a disadvantage to be a bowler at this point. We're just thinking about, I've got to use those towels, I gotta keep the ball dry, I've got to bowl my best. Really can't lose the grip. That's the most important thing. One of the most important things for a bowler right now. And it brings back on another spinner. Good captaincy here. Great captaincy actually, because the seamers won't really be helping. Or if you bring on the seamers now, it's just going to be singles and doubles all around the park, especially considering there's a lot of dew. I think they need wickets, the bowling side here. They desperately need wickets.
And that's a great point you raised there. I think cricket as a sport being affected by weather so much. We'll get back to that after this ball. So it's so much as a cricketer that you need to do apart from just batting, bowling or fielding. It's so much a game of mind and science. How you figure out the playing conditions, the wind, the dew and the rain. So all of a sudden you become a bit of a scientist from a cricketer. So it's a wholesome game, cricket.
Yeah, true. And I would just like to have a mic in one of those discussions between the teams before and after the games. They're not just talking about playing with a straight bat or bowling at a good length. They're also talking about the weather. They're also talking about other things as well. They've broken it down to a complete science. It's almost more it is a good delivery on that occasion, but an even better shot. But it is more of a it's talking about statistics. It's talking about the science, talking about the weather, geology, geography, everything. It's so important about cricket. It's just one of those sports, isn't it?
Absolutely. Cricket sometimes is synonymous to life. If not most times. This time it was a touch short, and he tried to smack that ball down the ground. And it's so good to see cricket in Ramadan in Qatar as well. This time it was up in the air, and he's dropped it. Say catches win matches, and you need to take. It might have been a little difficult, but you need to take those types of catches if you want to win games that are this close. But if you have a look at that delivery once again, it was a loose shot, and I don't think it was that hard.
And you can just see how hard he's fumbling there. Look at that. Just have a look at the replay. Look at that. He dropped it, and then he tumbled all over the place. It is a tough place to field right now. But like Nasser Hussain once said, drop a catch, lose the match. Taps it away to the non-vacant region. Third man, they still force a single. They've got a ball left. Umar's got a ball left, and I'll tell you what, he's going to be looking to attack. He's going to be looking to attack the stumps here. 83 for 5 at the end of 14 overs.
As we look at the over by over comparison there, those red buildings have slightly fallen behind between overs 11 to 14. There were occasions like the 7th over, for example, when they had a towering red building of 13 runs. But it doesn't really matter, if those buildings lag behind a touch in terms of run rate, as long as they have wickets in hand.
Six overs to go, and this game has once again shifted to the batting side. Saeed, who's now 7 off 14.
Certainly no lack of opportunities here. There was a catch in the last over, a catch dropped, and now an LBW appeal.
Yeah, good delivery once again, using the pitch, hitting it hard, using his fingers to spin it around. Yeah, you can just see how much the DOA is really affecting Fomit a bit there. Coming to a very important factor, a very important variable. We're going to talk about the pitch a little bit here. It is a difficult wicket for both sides, I'll be honest, because it is a bit of a batting pitch, not giving too much to the seamers, not giving too much bounce or swing. Yeah, just taps it again. But it's really helping the spinners too. You can see these finger spinners there. They've really taken the benefit from this pitch. If you look at it, they're bowling wide off stump and it's coming down to the leg stump. That's beautiful there. Is it out? Is it out? Or is it a P? Oh, he's gone. He is gone. We were just talking about the spin. We were just talking about the pitch, and off he goes. Stumped. Beautiful stuff from the keeper behind the wickets. It is going to be 85 for 6 at 14.3.
Yeah, excellent analysis there, and as we were talking, and you rightly pointed out how the pitch has offered assistance to both the bowlers, both the spinners and the faster bowlers. There's been some purchase on offer for all types of bowlers here, and as we can see, it's going to be probably a low-scoring thriller.
Yeah, it's something us spectators, us commentators love. The low-scoring thrillers, they're the best ones.
A super over coming up?
Well, I sure hope so. Yeah, look, they just need to just stop with the slogging. There's no need for a slog, right? If I was out there, if I was batting, I would not slog at all. I would just play straight. The ball's spinning miles.
Take it deep.
Exactly. The ball's spinning miles. You've got the balls, right? You've got the wickets. Still, you have 4 wickets in hand. And the worst thing you can do is try and slog it.
Yes, and we saw on that occasion there was another batsman who, we'll come back to that after this ball, yet another batsman in this game who played across the line and gave away his wicket. And it was not needed, as they didn't really require a boundary at this stage. There's so much about temperament. I like Saeed's temperament. I think he's there. He wants to make sure that he ends the game, stays till the end, takes it deep. I'm not sure if the rest of the batters have come in with a similar mindset.
Yeah, 100% I agree. There was really no need for that. And Saeed Kamil, he really has to be really smart about this. This could be the possible last batting partnership, and after that you've got the tailenders in.
Still no slips in, Hunain.
Well, I mean there are only 18 runs now needed, so do you really think a slip's needed? Do you?
Yeah, just for the sake of a wicket, I think. As we see, that wide's been cancelled because the really honest batsmanship, I'd really have to give it to Syed for admitting that the ball clipped his pads. That's excellent stuff. So, this really like this youngster here, Syed. He's got a great sense of honesty about him. He's not just a good student of the game. He realizes how he needs to play. He's also very sincere and honest. As we come to the end of the 15th over, Chargers are not charging, but they are fueling at 88%. As we look at the scoring card, it looks a bit like a telephone number at the moment. Starting with Faisal Sheikh, 1139 Asanka 746090. Is that telephone number responding at the moment? I think the momentum now has shifted in favor of the Arabian Nights. I know on paper it doesn't look like much, 3.60 runs to the over, but remember, one more wicket and we are into the tail. Omar Hassan is only bowled 1 over for 3 runs. Good captaincy as well. Realizing the kind of purchase that this wicket is offering the spinners, Captain Suhail choosing to go with another spinner. That required run rate slowly but surely coming up to almost 6 now. 4.4 overs left. On the back foot, and he's gone through a quick single. This should be a run out, and another wicket given away here. That's what pressure can do. A couple of wickets we were talking about, they've got that, and now all of a sudden we are staring down a super over.
I really hope it is super over. Would you look at that? Just saying, Camille just drove it, and then the guy at the non-strikers, he just fouled and really didn't. And he wasn't even mad about it, considering he was a main batsman. He's played 21 deliveries, scored just 9, and he's out. The last thing the Chargers would have needed.
And
Wow.
we were all praised for his batsmanship up until that point. There was no need once again to go for a single on that occasion. It was never on, goes straight to the fielder. They need only 3.86 runs to the over, and what do? They end up gifting a wicket away.
It is now up to the tailenders to figure out a way to fix the situation at hand, really.
Having said that, the next batsman in is more than handy. As a batsman, he can strike the ball, he can pack a punch, can Shafiq. If he stays around for a couple of overs, this might as well be over.
And credit should go to the keeper as well. Look at him, just completely aware of the situation, 100%. Watching the ball move around, setting the field, helping the captains out.
Yeah, credit to the Arabian Nights team for making a game out of it. They were down and out at one stage. 105 for none is all they managed. It was a faster delivery on that occasion. Good line, good length. Another dot ball. A dot ball worth gold at this stage. Another faster one, he tries to cut it, but probably moved a bit too early towards the leg side. And that bottom hand coming into play, taking over. The shot was on, but the execution wasn't quite there.
And there we have it. A wicket maiden to end the 16th over. It is 88 for 7.
What a stage to bowl a wicket maiden over, the 16th over of the game. Irfanullah to bowl the 17th over of this innings as the Chargers require 18 of the final 4. This game is wide open.
Yeah, good game, good cricket so far. This is brilliant actually to see from Sohail as the captain leading again once from the front, just telling his bowlers, commanding, laying down the law. All of these things are very important when it comes to being a good cricket captain.
It's interesting to see, however, that the captain has decided to go with a pacer when the spinners were doing the job for him, picking up all the wickets.
Yeah, it is interesting, but we also have to take consideration or consider the fact that these guys are tail enders and they have a better chance of playing the spinners than they do the faster guys. And just what I said, look, Irfan is doing the job that he's supposed to do. He's not looking for wickets. He's trying to get those dot balls in, right? Because we are now down to a point where you just need the dot balls, and if you do get enough dot balls, it's going to be hard for these tail enders to go out and capitalize on the win, which it is looking tough for them, which is because Shafiq is now 0-5.
Oh, there's a big appeal. I think he's sliding down leg side, but once again it was a slower delivery. He's using those slower ones quite nicely in this over, rolling his fingers onto it. A bit of an opportunity as well, I think, missed by Shafiq. It was a full toss. He just went too hard at it. Maybe if he would have focused on timing that delivery more than just brute forcing it, he would have benefited more.
Yeah, just fishing for that Yorker, isn't he? Good bowling by Irfanullah.
On that occasion as well, he struggled with that cut shot, and once again, not being able to execute it, not being able to middle it as well. His eyes are not quite on the ball while he's trying to execute that shot. And plus his bat face closes too early. He's got a couple of opportunities, hasn't been able to put them away. It's going to be a cross seam delivery. Yeah, it was held cross seam, but it came out as off cutter. He'll have to reload that one.
Yeah, just down the leg side. The last thing you need now is just to give away those extras. Cannot give away those extras. This is a crucial time. And these bowlers, they're just trying to give it their best, trying to win the game for the team.
I think they're struggling with the deer as well. It's difficult to, you can tell it's difficult to control the ball. They've got their towels out and they're trying to dry the ball. And this time, nicely clipped away for at least one. Will they come back for the second? It's only a one. And that's the end of the 17th over. Chargers are 92 for 7. As we look at the match summary here, Arabian Nights managing only 105 for 9 with 6 screen extras in their innings. It didn't seem enough, but they've made a fight out of this one as they have managed to get 7 of Chargers wickets already, and they've had them with their backs against the wall all of a sudden. 3 overs to go, and they need 14 of 3 overs. Another wicket here, and that would really open the floodgates. So Mirza Imran and Umar Dilahi have been bowled out. They were the 2 main wicket takers for Chargers. Omar Hassan, however, still has 2 overs. I think he's going to bowl this one and the 20th. His last over was right on money. It was a maiden over. Here he comes again. And an appeal, but sliding down leg side clearly. They run through for a single and they are able to make it. Not happy with the fielder's effort there, Umar, and rightly so. You've got to be on your toes. It's a close game. You've got to make something happen. A brilliant run out, a fantastic catch here and there all of a sudden can shift the momentum.
Yeah, the body language of Shafiq is what intrigues me really. Coming out with the bat held high and not wearing a helmet. Yeah, telling the opposition side that yeah, I'm here to play, mate. I'm not playing games.
Well, he can certainly strike the ball. He's known to be a big hitter in Qatar cricket. Hasn't really been able to time the ball tonight. And as you talk, another one of those cut shots. That's the one. That's been his nemesis tonight more than anything else. It was there to be hit once again, but couldn't quite find the gap. He middled it better.
Yeah, 100%. He is known as a striker of the ball, but tonight his job is to accumulate. And if he could be the proper accumulator like that, just cutting them away, looking for those doubles, looking for those singles, piling the pressure on the bowling side, and it could be an easy win for the batters here, for the Chargers.
I think they only require 11 of 2.3 overs, and on paper it should be a cruise of a victory. But funnier things have happened in cricket in the past. This time using his feet, it was an off spinner. It came into him rather, and tucked him for room. You could tell he's getting a bit jittery. He wants to hit one out of the ground. Oh, there you go. Swinging through that delivery, just a single. Couldn't quite get underneath it. It wasn't quite there. It ended up being too full at the end. Just the one ball left now. And driven off the back foot, and it's an opportunity for a run out. The batsman had already given up, and a better throw, he would have seen his back. As we look at the batting card once again, Asanka Gosala, the pick of the batters with 39 of 28 deliveries, and the only other batter to enter into the double figures was Faisal Sheikh. The rest has been a pedestrian effort, 7-4-6-0-9-3-3. As we spoke earlier, it does seem like a telephone number that has finally started to respond though. Shafiq, he's been quite casual. I mean, he hasn't gotten out, and in that sense, he's done well for his team. He almost did on the last delivery of the last over, where he was almost run out. But as long as he can occupy the crease and stay there by hook or crook, it's fine. Another Yorker, and well, he had to spin. I mean, he's almost fallen down. You can tell he's a bit casual. And the last thing they need at this stage is a run out to Chargers. Shafiq is gonna go once again. I'm sure he's eyeing that mid-wicket long off and long on region. And this time it was a full toss in his zone, but has he timed it well enough? No, he hasn't, but that has been dropped. It was a difficult chance. It was high up in the night sky. They're never easy, those catches, but that's the second catch that they've put down tonight. And they would really be going on to rue those opportunities when they later look back at this match.
Well, I have no clue what that was. There was an opportunity for the fielding side to pile that pressure on to the batters, and they could not do it. They couldn't execute it. Those fielders, they collided, they clashed. They should have called for it. This is the basics of fielding, the basics of cricket, and they weren't able to execute it properly, which they should have.
Fun comes in again, and once again this time he cuts it away, and he's got a decent connection as well. This ball will roll away to the boundary. He was struggling with that cut shot earlier, but this time he's managed the connection and he's picked up a vital boundary right down on his knees. Beautiful cricket. Now all of a sudden this looks like an easy game now for Chargers. Shafiq, things working out for him. He's finally connected a cut. Slow delivery, and he whips it away for a single. So with that shot, it's just 2 needed now.
Yeah, the fact ball just missed it.
Yeah. Goal. He's tall and lanky. Might as well make use of his height for good. Oh, has he edged that to the keeper? Yes, he has. The finger goes up, and we've been talking about his casual approach tonight. And on that occasion, once again, a nothing shot really. It was wide outside the off stump. His head was falling towards the onside. He threw his hands at it. An easy catch to the keeper, and he's provided another opening to the Arabian Knights.
Well, what has happened there? What was that? You just needed 2 runs to win, mate. You had 8 balls in hand. I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue what these batsmen are doing. The victory is in sight. It's right there. You just have to grab it, but you keep on missing, and that's your own fault.
I think it's the approach that wasn't appropriate on that occasion, I feel.
You reckon it's the pressure?
I don't think he was, if we look at some of the other batsmen who batted for Chargers tonight, you would see that they were under pressure, and they were, come back to that after this. Samir spanking it down the ground for a single. So some of the other batters, you could tell, were under a bit of heat and pressure as they were trying to run those short runs, trying to rotate the strike, and you could tell there was a sense of urgency with those batters. I think with this particular batsman, there was a lack of intent, and even with his running between the wickets, there were a couple of occasions when he'd given up the ghost almost, so I think that's not a very good sign if you are a Chargers captain right now.
Yeah, 100%. There's a bit of discussion going out there, and I'm trying to decipher what they're talking about here, because it seems a bit important to them. They need to run these batsmen here. They've leveled the score, and they've got an over in hand, and it's going to be interesting really to see the approach that the bowler Umar Hassan he goes with. He's bowled 18 deliveries, and he's only conceded the 6 runs. And if he could produce a maiden over here, he would be the hero of this game rather.
If you could pick up a couple of wickets here, they 2 and 2. Samir, he's weighing up his options here. He's looking around the field. Looks quite confident. The captain of the side.
Here we go. Last over.
Oh, splash is there on the cars, and yes, there is!
Oh, he's went out.
Oh, wow!
He's went out.
What's happening out here? Absolute chaos there. Yet another run out. And all of a sudden, Chargers are 105 for 9 with 1 run needed. A bit of yes and no and a lot of hesitation. And good presence of mind shown there by the fielder. Samir is not happy with the non-striker, as rightly so.
Well, it is all happening out there at the MCG, the Qatari MCG, the Mesai cricket ground. Samir, the captain, has to walk off after playing just 1 delivery. Well,
there just had to be a twist in this game. We called for a super over. Is there one coming up tonight?
Well, if he gets a wicket on this ball or any of the next 5 balls, if he gets a maiden, it is going to be a super over. And it's going to be interesting to see what the bowler does here. Yeah, there's a lot of smiles out there, but the fielding side cannot forget that the batters are just a run away from victory here.
Now, are you ready to go out there with your pads? Yeah. Would you be happy?
Asking me?
Yeah. Would you be happy going out to bat in such a situation?
Man, I can't bat in any situation.
Who would like to be a batter at this stage?
Well, I have a friend named Virat Kohli. Yeah, he's a good friend of mine. He's very good in these situations.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about situations where he can't bat, the great legend from India.
Virat Kohli? Nowhere. You're too good.
Here we go, the second ball of the over, and, well, he stops in his run-up. He's playing a bit of those mind games. That's good to see. Shafiq was backing up, was he? Just testing. And he comes again, and he's whipped it away. That should be the end of it! Oh!
Dropped it!
What comedy of errors here!
I still don't believe what I'm just seeing. What has
Oh,
he done?
oh, they've only got themselves to blame. This is the third catch that dropped of the evening and looked like a relatively straightforward chance. As disappointed is Omar Hassan. So close, yet so far. Noman is on the ground. These are chaotic scenes here from the MCG, rolling over. But they have to give themselves pats on the back because they made a game out of nowhere. They should have been taken, though. Should have been taken. A straightforward opportunity. It was probably the pressure, but still, we've seen an excellent game of cricket here tonight.
Sunken heads, sunken heads. What was that? Absolutely no clue. He should have caught that. That wasn't a catch to drop. He's going to be thinking about that for the rest of the week. What a game. What a game of cricket. Hearts in our mouth.
And I asked for a better game on a Thursday evening here, as we see Chargers getting home by 1 wicket in the end. It would have been better if we saw a super over, but couldn't really complain about the quality of cricket that we have seen on offer tonight. 19.2 overs bowled. As we look at the bowling card there, the pick of the bowlers, the two spinners actually, Mirza Imran Beg and Omar Elahi, picking up 3 wickets apiece and going at an economy rate of under 5. That's brilliant for T20 cricket. Syed Hasnain was the most expensive of the bowlers with an economy rate of 10. And the only other wicket taker, apart from Mirza and Ahmad, was Irfan Ullah Khan. As we look at the match summary here, Arabian Nights just reaching over the line by 1 wicket in the end. They had some strong performances tonight. Mirza Imran scoring 30 runs, although the strike rate was low. He later contributed well with the ball as well. The pick of the bowlers for Chargers was Ihtisham, having a chat with him earlier tonight, and he was really switched on for the game, picking up 4 wickets with his variations. Shafiq and Srinath picking up wickets as well. For Chargers CC, Asanka got them off to a brilliant start. The left-hander stylish batsman played shots all around the ground, but it was Shafiq in the end who was able to get Chargers over the line by a solitary wicket. I think although Muhammad Umar didn't pick up a wicket, but he bowled a brilliant spell, an absolutely fabulous spell for his side tonight. The last over he bowled, there was one needed. He picked up a wicket, almost picked up another one as well. Really feel bad for the boy. But this is how it goes sometimes. It's a game of cricket. It's only a game at the end of the day, and there's a lot to learn for everyone.
And that is all from the Arabian Nights versus the Chargers. We will meet you shortly for the post-match ceremony.
Good evening and welcome to the post-match presentation of we had a double-header today, the first match between Knight Riders and Chargers. It went on till the wire. It was a fantastic match. It was very interesting finish to that. It's a low-scoring game. We have the man of the match over here at the Sham. I would like to call him on to have a chat with him. At the Sham, if you can please come over here, have a chat with me. Fantastic figure, 4 wickets and 18 runs, including a maiden wicket. The moment he walked into the middle to bowl over, it was a treat to watch. The one man who pulled off things for the team, and exactly the reason they are in the winning side at this moment. Just got a quick question. What was going on your mind when you bowled that first over? That wicket caused a lot of damage to the opposition team.
Yeah.
If you can please come to the studio.
Thank you so much. Well, the track was really good. It was helping the spinner, so I kept my basics, and I just wanted to do my basics right. Just trying to hit my good length and try and spin the ball. That's what I do as a finger spinner. However, it was a thriller, nail-biting finish. The game should never have reached the last over. Partly, I would blame myself because I've opened the game for them. Playing 2 down, it is my responsibility to take the innings through, anchor the innings through. So I've put my team in a lot of pressure. However, it was a good game for us. It's a knockout game. We have to keep the momentum, win every match. Not like the outing wasn't pleasing, although we have ended up in the winning position. I'll try to keep my basics right, especially on batting. I'll try to anchor the inning, so we don't have such close games in future. Although every game is important, it's a knockout phase of the tournament. So I just want to thank my entire team for supporting me, keeping the trust in me with the ball, and hopefully next game I'll get the trust back with the bat as well.
Well, we could see Asanka walked in as the opening batter. It started off really well after a wonderful bowling performance. It just took that he took the complete control over the innings. And once he lost the momentum, and after that you walked in, it was a bit surprised that you walked in as a batter as well after a terrific performance with the ball. What was going in your mind? You could just come and play a few shots and finish off the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Asanka is a fantastic opening batsman for us. He is a match winner with the bat and with the ball. He is a great all-rounder in our team. My role was to come in and just anchor the inning because it was a low-scoring game, and probably I take pride on playing spin really well. That's why probably a bit of a lag, brain fade. That's why I went for that sweep. Went straight to the fielder. That's a bit unfortunate, but as I said, hopefully we have a good bunch of players. It's a very good team. We'll take every game ahead. Definitely a lot to learn. I believe we take more from winning than losing. So it was a good game for us. We won the match, but there is a lot of outtake from this game. So we'll not try to do the mistakes that we've done in the middle. Let's hope for the best.
It was a treat to watch you bowling that, getting those 4 wickets exceptionally well. Thank you so much for entertaining us. Well done, and congratulations for the man of the match for this terrific match. That's all what we have from the presentation ceremony over here.